Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. Today we're playing Outgunned. This is Project Medusa from the folks at Two Little Mice. This is an introductory campaign that you can download and play. It's available on distribution, so if you're looking to pick up game, basically what it does is it takes the quick start, adds a couple more scenarios to it, and makes it so that you can play a kind of a little mini campaign for players. If you might have already seen the session played out once on this show. We had Rico from Two Little Mice on and Simone from Two Little Mice, and they played this with us during the Kickstarter campaign, but I thought it would be nice to actually play a whole new three-part epic a little mini campaign of this and play Project Medusa all the way out through. So this is the first session. We've got some friends. Originally, this was going to be a little more silly than what we thought, but tonight we're going to be playing it a little more straight and a little more the way it's meant to be played. We've got 4 brand new players, so we'll be explaining things along as we go. So this should be a great session to learn how to play the system. But if the rules are there. It even says in the core rule book that they're more of a guideline. So if we don't quite play things the way they're supposed to, then please forgive us. But we're mostly going to stick to the core rule book. But yeah, I'm really excited. We're going to play Outgunned, Project Medusa, Race for Time, and stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. Tonight we're doing our first part of Project Medusa, Race Against Time. If you enjoy Outgunned and you love all the things that Two Little Mice do, please hit that like button down below. We greatly appreciate it. And if you come across the channel for the very first time, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. We're getting close to we're over 5,000 subscribers. Love to keep adding to that number, and it's really cool to have a platform where I can showcase all sorts of tabletop role-playing games that I think are super awesome, and that I think the creators are super awesome behind them. So, speaking of awesome people, tonight I'm going to introduce you to 4 players that have never played this game before, and we're going to learn it, and we're going to walk through it, and maybe they'll keep coming back for the other sessions of this show, for this little mini campaign, Project Medusa. So let me add them to the stage now, and you get to know them. Everyone, thank you so much for coming on and playing Outgunned, Project Medusa, Race Against Time.
Thanks for having us.
Dude, that was a very Brady Bunch intro. We all came sliding in.
It's definitely
we should have done like the little where we like kind of make like gestures and like as you all get added on. Thank you.
Right, look to the left.
Exactly. I want to say thank you guys for giving your time tonight to play Outgunned. I know this has been in the works. Michelle's been bothering me for a while to get this played and to learn how to play this game. But I'm always happy to play games that I really, really enjoy. And I think this is a super fun system. It's a D6 dice pool system. And I want to just thank you all for coming on. I'm just going to give you a little, let's do a little introduction here. We're going to introduce Bree. Bree is off to right over here. Bree, do you want to tell a little folks about who you are? We can do player character introductions here in a second, but you want to tell folks a little bit? You want to introduce yourself and let folks know who you are?
Okay, I'm Bree. I'm the Gouda Gamer. I just started up with my own channel not too long ago, thanks to that guy right there. I do directions. I have known everyone at this table for over a month because it's been a month that I met Jake. And I haven't played a role-playing game in a long time. I've always been the forever DM, so this is going to be fun. I'm really excited.
Awesome.
I've also cosplayed from this game before I played it, so it's going to be really exciting.
That's awesome.
Oh, I wish we had a picture of that to pop up right now.
Yeah, I know. I wish I would have loaded into the system to show folks, because I'll tell you what, Bree pulled it off way better than I did, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Let's talk about Jake. Jake, thanks for coming on. You have your own podcast, of course. Let's talk a little bit about that.
I do. So my adult job, if you can call it that, is I own a game store in Quincy, Mass, called Alpha Omega Hobby. And in my free time, I do a lot of gaming stuff on the side. I have a partnership with Army Painter, and I do a show called Build Paint Play with Dave Taylor. Some of you might recognize his name. He's a pretty big. He would be embarrassed to hear me say this, but Dave's a pretty big deal in the miniature society. He has a whole series of books that are out. He's my host, my co-host when we do the show. It's mostly us screwing around talking about stuff in the gaming and miniature world specifically. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. But I've been, playing games, and especially into role-playing games, since I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. So I love doing this, and I've known Doug for years. So it was a no-brainer when he was like, "Hey, we're gonna be playing Outgunned tomorrow night," and then he texted me back. He was like, "Hey, would you want to play?" And I was like, "Sure." So I was like, "Yeah, who says no to that?"
And I just want to say, you mentioned that you had just got copies of this game into your store.
Yep.
And one already sold right out of the gate, so I'm
Yep.
I'm super excited about that. So I'm excited to have you play this game, and so then that way you can just kind of tell folks a little bit more about what you think of the system as people are looking at it at your store.
Yeah.
Another face you've seen on this show, of course, is the one and only Mish. Mish, you're what is this? Your third session on this show? How many is this? Fourth?
Fifth? I don't know.
Wow.
I was on your show, but off screen before.
That's true. That's true. Michelle,
I think I've been on several times at this point.
Yeah, probably. So, thanks for coming on and playing, and like I said, you are the reason why we're doing this, because you wanted to learn the system and learn this game that you've picked up, and B, I feel like you just want to troll me the whole session, because I don't know if for those that are listening to this on the audio podcast, Michelle's character is named Doug Shoot.
It's canon.
And if anybody has the World of Killers campaign book, Daniela did an awesome job. Like, she put me in the book, and I look way better than I actually do. I forget what page number it is, but I'm in there a couple times.
I think they did a fair job of capturing the awesomeness that is you in 2 dimensions. So full marks.
Right,
we'll just put. Oh, there you go, right there. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that guy.
Actually, it's like 2 times.
Dude, when I saw that, I was just like, I was like, oh, somebody put Doug in a book. That makes sense.
He also was a promo card at Gen Con. Like, there were signed cards getting thrown around.
Yeah. So I feel like this is just Mish's way to mess with me for like 3 episodes.
There's
be like,
nicer picture.
That's an amazing illustration, and I want to get that and like put it like, I just think not because it has my face on it, but it just looks really cool. Like,
you need it right behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need it right behind me.
That should legit just be like huge, blown up, like right behind
your
you.
green screen.
Absolutely.
Taking up that entire wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you, Mish, for giving your time. And Brian.
I didn't do it. You can prove nothing.
Brian, thanks for coming on. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you gamer, RPG player? Do you tell us? I mean, we've got plenty of time. We could be here all night if you want.
Well, I've just recently gotten into more role-playing games. I was a tabletop gamer for a long time. I've got a lot of minis sitting right next to me. So I was a big tabletop gamer for a while and kind of fell out of it and fell back into it and went, oh crap, what am I getting myself back into? So
it sucks. Yeah, there's just so many really awesome people making all sorts of not only RPGs but tabletop games, miniatures games, board games right now, and it's just awesome to see the creativity and just this industry just totally take off. Like the last since 2020. I think everybody kind of had those few years where they were just sitting at home being creative, and it's kind of neat to see so much cool stuff kind of come out over these last couple of years, and I think we're going to keep seeing more and more of it. So that's awesome. So let's start out with Project Medusa, Race Against Time. If everybody's all set, y'all know what to do. Y'all have your D6s. This is a D6 dice pool system. Let's put a character sheet up on the board, up on the screen here. And if you look off to, this is the character that Michelle is playing. This is the one that you can download from twolittlemice.net.
Oh, look, it's Doug.
And it's got my image on there, and it's got some stats on here, which I tend to disagree with some of these because I don't know. I just don't think that some of it is true.
I think he's too cool.
I don't. Yeah, it's definitely too cool. But you have 5 core attributes: brawn, nerves, smooth, focus, and crime, and then you'll have darkened diamonds next to those. So you're gonna use one of those 5 attributes. And whatever the diamonds are next to it, that's how many D6s you're going to start with. And then you're also going to choose a skill. Now the skills, there's 4 skills underneath each attribute, and those also have diamonds next to them. You can use any skill and any attribute. They do not have to be associated with the core attribute. You just let me know what you want to use for attribute and skill, and you use that many D6s, and that's your role for trying to succeed. Now you have certain levels of success. You have basic success, which is a pair. Now it doesn't have to be a specific pair. It can be any pair. So you roll those dice, you get 2 of a kind, you have a basic success. Now basic success is pretty easy to get. You're not going to do anything too difficult with that success. The next success level is a critical success, which is a 3 of a kind. Extreme success is a 4 of a kind, and an impossible success is 5 of a kind.
Do like 6s blow up or anything?
No, 6s do not blow up in this. In this, they probably should. We should ask Rico and Simone if we can modify their rules so that if you get a pair of 6s, maybe they should explode or something.
Just gonna make sure you look away from the explosion.
Yeah, well,
yeah, exactly.
It would be behind me as I'm walking away in slow motion.
Exactly.
Do I get a bonus if I'm holding a raspberry Pop-Tart? Janet wants to know.
That's only the Doug Shoot character. So unfortunately, that does not apply to anyone else.
Yeah,
there you go, Michelle. Where's your Pop-Tarts?
The real Doug prefers Uncrustables.
That's a whole other story, but yeah, they are a delicacy. And they're only served at the finest restaurants, as Jake and I have found out.
And apparently the NFL eats like 30,000.
The NFL players do eat a ton of them, which we found out over the last few days. So yeah, if you roll your dice, as long as you get a pair, you can re-roll the rest of the dice, and as long as you improve, you're good. You can keep that 3 of a kind, or whatever you improve to. If you still need to get a better success, you can go all in one last time. But if you do not improve on that success, you lose everything. So there is a little bit of a push your luck mechanic with this game. So I always like to tell folks that it's kind of like Yahtzee, the RPG. So even if you roll 3 of a kind and like a pair, you can use that pair somewhere, like to give yourself a little bit of an extra bonus as well. So, yeah. So on that note, let's start Race Against Time. Let's get that right there. Hey, I got to get the intro music too. Wait just a second. I got to get that intro music going again. Yeah, that's awesome. That's from the actual OutGunned soundtrack that was part of a stretch goal from the Kickstarter campaign. So that's actually the OutGunned theme song. That's legitimately the OutGunned theme song. Yeah. So you are all together Basically, this introductory adventure begins in an old diner. You have been looking into Project Medusa, which is an experimental weapon that could become extremely dangerous if it fell into the wrong hands. And you know that there is an agency behind it that has unearthed it. You, or at least unearthed the plans for it, and you have sent a contact of that to go investigate and get some information for it. You're at this diner because this contact named Carter was going to meet you here to give you more information on on the situation of Project Medusa. He told you to meet at 11, and it is well past that time. And this informant, his name is Carter. He is kind of a neurotic information broker, and he says that the plans for Medusa are sealed in a briefcase, and it's about to be moved to a secret, unreachable lab. And he is going to meet with you at this diner and give you more details. And this diner is on the outskirts of the city. And yeah, who of you contacted Carter for this meetup? Which one of you decided that contacting Carter for information on Project Medusa was a good idea? Doug Shoot?
Absolutely.
Doug Shoot, you contacted Carter?
I contacted Carter.
And did you form this team? Did you put this team of 4 individuals, of 3 other individuals and yourself together to track down this Project Medusa?
I absolutely did.
All right. Do you want to tell us? You want to tell us a little bit about your character, Michelle, before I have you explain why you decided to reach out to these 3 other individuals to put this team together?
My character is Doug Shoot. People who don't know my name tend to just call me the Magnificent Bastard. And I am a bounty hunter. I'm also basically I'm the John Wick character in any action movie, or in that action movie. And I just want to paint the town red with raspberry Pop-Tarts.
Strawberry Uncrustables too.
Oh my God! What did I sign up for?
And I have bribed this group with Uncrustables to join me on this mission.
Why did you reach out?
Everyone's favorite delicacy.
Sure. Okay. Why did you reach out to Ghost to be a part of this team? You know, Ghost is a retired operative, or semi-retired operative.
I reached out to Ghost to be part of this team because I knew he liked Uncrustables the most out of everyone. And
okay,
I did think that, you know, maybe some of his contacts would be good to have since he's a semi-retired operative. Thought that might be
Ghost.
good.
Do you want to?
I'm just here because I owe Doug a favor.
All right.
I was busy doing something else, but I'm here because I owe Doug a favor.
He wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, right. I'm getting too old for this shit. So,
all right. Do you want to tell a little bit about your character, who you are, and describe yourself a little bit?
Sure. So I used to work for. So that, and then after working for them, I worked. A lot of my file has been redacted due to the nature of some of the things that I did while employee of.
Why?
Love that.
Standard, so it should be fine. And I'm not really in a lot of the databases that the federal government has due to my previous relationship. So, but otherwise it should be fine.
The people listening on the audio podcast are going to be so confused. I love that. I love that journey for them.
Sure. A lot of my files have been redacted.
Yeah, I love that. Doug, why did you reach out to Andy for this mission?
I reached out to Andy because I know that they not only like Uncrustables, they also really enjoy Raspberry Pop-Tarts, and anybody who's a fan of Raspberry Pop-Tarts is going to paint the town red with me.
Okay, Andy, what was the real reason that you were contacted by Doug for this mission?
Because I've never been wrong before.
Wow.
And
Okay.
Doug knows that I can do anything that needs to get done. I am the mastermind behind all of this. But I let him take the spotlight because it's not my jam.
No, it's jelly.
Yikes.
It's not my jelly. I don't want him to be jelly, so
No, Andy's right. I did bring Andy aboard because I know that they really are the mastermind behind all of it, and we're just players.
Gotcha.
but I'm really out of shape, so I needed a solid assist here.
Stop eating the Uncrustables then, Andy.
You keep feeding them to me. They're so good. I can't help it.
Is this a typical Doug? Like thinking that, hey, you know what? I think I'm just going to get all my friends together because they like Uncrustables, but actually they just want to do cool stuff. Doug, why did you recruit Frank for this mission?
I recruited Frank for this mission because
don't say Uncrustables.
I mean, I got a whole box on right behind me, so
because he told me that he likes strawberry Pop-Tarts, and I need to set him straight.
Doug
they
is
are the superior Pop-Tart.
Doug is in fact an operative, not a pastry salesman, correct? You don't work for like
supposedly.
You don't work for like
story.
Drake's Cakes or Duncan Hines or something like that. Okay.
Whoa!
Everyone
Don't get me
needs a
started on Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
You know that
Frank.
Dunkin' Donuts almost recruited me because I did.
Frank.
Yep.
I'm just. We're just going to mute Doug for a minute. Frank, why is the real reason why you're part of this mission?
Well, I needed the money, and
Okay.
it sounded like a good idea to hop in. I mean, wish they paid me in something aside from Uncrustables, but you gotta take what you can get.
You could
I
trade
will
him
also
into the
pay you
highest
in
bidder.
raspberry Pop-Tarts, but no strawberry.
So yeah, you're all sitting in this diner, and it's kind of a, it's not a great looking diner. It's kind of old. It's seen better days. The floor is checkered, but it's kind of sticky in places when you walk in it. It's got big, large windows, and every time like a car goes past it, the headlights kind of shine through it. And there's kind of a sad like Kenny G music that's playing on the jukebox in the background, and you're just kind of just sitting there, and you're just kind of watching. The waitress kind of comes up and is like, "Can I get you folks anything? Would you like to order anything?"
Just pancakes, Sam.
Pancakes, all right. You want a short stack?
Any diner that looks like a bucket of blood obviously has good pancakes. Like the places that look like a murder happened always has the best food.
Our pancakes are legendary.
Of course they are. I'll have a tall stack with butter and syrup, and I will have a black tea if you have it.
I can make that happen for you. Absolutely. Anybody else? How about you, ma'am? Would you like anything for? Can I put
Diet
anything in
Coke.
the
Just a
Diet Coke? We have Pepsi products here.
I get up
I'm
and leave.
leaving. Yeah.
There's a reason why when you go to a restaurant, you ask for Coke and they say, is Pepsi okay? And I'm like, I'm aware that Pepsi is okay. That's why I ordered Coke.
All right. So you want a Diet Coke? I can make that happen.
Okay. Yes, please.
Does
I'll
anybody
know
else
the
want
difference.
anything? I'm sure you will. We're going to be closing here in a few hours, so I
Oh,
just want to
forever?
make sure that
Like
you
I
all
can
are.
tell from
Yeah,
the
I mean,
floors.
yeah. Anybody else want anything from on this table or?
Some raspberry Pop-Tarts, please.
I can get you some raspberry toast if that's okay. This is not really the place to sell Pop-Tarts, but
I
He gets
see. I
up and
wanted
leaves.
raspberry.
I give her the look like, ma'am, we know you have a couple of Uncrustables out back for the kids. If you just want to leave one on the counter for a few minutes, she'll be
all
fine.
right. Sure. Okay.
He'll be
All right. Sir, would you like
Black
anything?
coffee.
Black coffee. All right.
Black coffee.
All right. Be right out with that. And she goes behind the counter and goes into the kitchen. And you hear, Sam, we orders up. Let's here's some order for you. Let's get the action. Put this on the grill, and these people don't have all night, so make sure you make it good. So yeah, so she starts making this dinner for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
so,
much
Doug,
later?
what year is this?
This is present day. This is present day.
Oh, okay. I thought it was supposed to be 80s or 90s. I was all excited to have like my Trans Am parked out front with like an 8-track player. And
I mean, you still
I mean,
do.
we can still make it in the 80s or 90s if that's what you'd like. I'm not opposed to that.
Now it's fine. I'm still gonna
You
have a
still
Trans
have
Am
your
parked
Trans
outside,
Am with
like-
the 8-track out front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It probably has a cassette,
We'll
it probably has a cassette player, not an 8-track, but
No, it's got to have the 8-track or I'm out.
no. I definitely had like a Kenwood CD player installed.
Oh, the one with the removable face.
Yeah. I gotta obviously have my faceplate on me so no one steals my car stereo.
There you go. How much later than 11 is it? Because we were supposed to meet at 11.
It's getting to be like 40 minutes minutes after.
Okay.
All of a sudden the double doors for the kitchen opens up and the waitress comes out and she's got a pot of coffee and some black tea and Diet Coke, and she goes over and puts the Diet Coke in front of Andy and puts the black tea and says, there's cream and sugar on the table here, and here sir, here's some coffee. I'll just put the pot here on the
Just
table.
leave the pot.
He puts a straw in it and just.
He just drinks out of the pot.
Come here. If you need anything else, just give me a holler. As you can see, it's pretty slow tonight. But if you need anything, just give me a holler. I'll be around. And she goes back into the kitchen, and you can hear her, like, rattling some pans and like, Sam, are you done with those pancakes yet? Come on, you need to hurry up.
They don't want us here any longer than we have to be.
Yeah. What are y'all doing? What's
I
that?
So,
I have a telephone.
do we know this guy that we're supposed to be meeting, or is this just like Doug's contact?
I'm gonna say it's Doug's contact. Doug knows this Carter.
Okay, so between a mouthful of pancakes, I will lean over to Doug and be like, "So where is this guy?"
Yeah, not sure. I'd like to try and give him a call on my telephone that I have.
Okay. You dial his number on your telephone,
Mhm.
and it goes to.
We're sorry, the number you've reached.
Exactly. We're sorry. The number you are calling is no longer in service.
Would you like to learn more about your car's warranty?
I think we've been duped. I don't think he's coming. This could be a setup.
Just as you you put the phone back into your pocket, the diner door suddenly opens up really quickly, and you hear the ding from the bell
Mm-hmm.
at the bell, and a man comes stumbling in, all shaken, and he's just drenched in sweat, and he's got this big gash in his side, and it's just bleeding profusely just down the side of his leg, and he's stumbling in, and he's kind of looking around, and he looks over at your table and starts walking your way.
I flag down the waitress and say, he's going to take a decaf.
All of a sudden, he makes eye contact with Doug, and he's just like, I'm sorry. And all of a sudden, 4 big, burly, muscle guys come through the door, and they've all got metal bars, chains, and they don't look like they're very happy.
I thought it was just a bunch of big, like, muscle dudes that were all, like, you know, roided out and be like, we need some breakfast.
We just came from the beach.
They've got
wearing
long
like
hair,
shirts and like really short shorts, and they're like really uncomfortable about their bodies and stuff. And
not these guys. These guys are very comfortable about their bodies. They've got leather jackets and tattoos and scars. One of them has a big gash right down through his eye on his face.
Nice.
And he's like, all right. Looks like this guy's got some friends. And they all start taking their fists and swinging their metal bars. And
does Doug look like she knows the guy that came in that was all banged up?
Oh yeah, Doug definitely recognizes this guy as Carter, the contact that you were there to meet.
Does Doug give us any indication? Like, it's
Everybody.
I know it's obvious, but like,
It was a trap. Let's paint the town red.
Oh my god! For those that are listening to the audio version of the song, Michelle just put on red sunglasses and said that, and
it's turning the same color as her sunglasses.
I apologize to everybody that is watching this right now.
Did the waitress hear me? Is she bringing over a pot of decaf?
She's probably hiding behind the counter.
Yeah, she like, as soon as the bell rung, she opened the door to the kitchen and saw the guys come stumbling out, and then she was about to help him, and then saw the situation, and then saw the 4 other dudes come through the door, and she's just like, oh no, and she went back into the kitchen, and you can kind of hear that maybe they're kind of taking off.
So I will definitely,
Out the
like,
back.
a round of bite of pancakes, I will literally look at these 4 clowns that just rolled in and be like, did you guys like answer an ad for generic henchmen? Could you look more pathetic? I'm like, if you interrupt my pancakes, you're gonna be sorry.
Okay, give me a roll for that.
Right. What would that be?
There's got to be like some sort of persuade roll.
What would we flirt? Speech, maybe, or style?
Sure.
You could flirt with them if you want.
You tell me.
I was gonna use style because I'm trying to intimidate them.
Sure.
But also like really disrespect them at the same time.
Okay. They're probably too dumb to like think that they're disrespecting them, but
all right.
hey,
So
give me some.
I'll go with style.
Okay.
I got 2 6s, 2 4s, a 2 and a 3. You said only 4s are successes, right?
Only pairs are successes. So you've got 2 pairs right there.
6s and a pair of 4s.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that you distract. Like you're mouthing off enough to distract 2 of the 4 guys, so that if you wanted to make an initial like attack on 2 of them, like and kind of like attack them like out of the blue without them expecting it, you probably could if you wanted to. But 2 of them are already like they're ready to brawl now.
So I will
I need to ask this before we start. Sorry.
Sure.
Is our booth where we're sitting? Are we sitting at a counter? Are we sitting in a booth? If we're
You're
sitting
sitting in a
in a
booth.
booth, is it against the wall? Like who's on the outside? Who's on the inside? That's important.
We'll say that it's a kind of a booth in the middle, like so you can get out on each side. I'll say that. This
Sorry,
makes-
weird relevant thing here.
I
It's
will.
all good. It's all good.
To assist the party, I will. Oh, you said I can only attack the 2 that are stunned, right?
Well, I will say that the 2 of them are kind of like they're paying attention to you, and like if anybody else wanted to like attack them, or if you wanted to attack one of them out of the blue, they could, without any, basically there's no repercussion if you want to attack 2 of them, or 4. Some of you want to attack 2 of them. They're gonna be they're not gonna expect it. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Andy, Frank, go for the stun guys. I got the other 2. Pew, 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 pew.
So,
Oh
my God.
Going in guns blazing. Sounds familiar,
Wow.
doesn't it?
Doug, I gotta be honest. I was not expecting you to be like, "Can I order some Uncrustables to talk about pastries for a half hour?" and then be like, "Get the other guys." Pew 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 pew. Did not see that coming. Did not have that on my bingo card.
Look, this is an action movie. I don't know if you guys
I mean,
know that.
Sure.
While James is distracted 2 of these guys, what are
James
Andy and
is now
Frank doing?
distracted by-
What is Andy and Frank gonna do?
well, I'm gonna polish off the last of the pot of coffee and then
Yeah.
chuck
All
it at
right.
one of the guys who isn't distracted.
All right, give me a roll for that.
Oh,
Now,
Did you say
is it
fight?
going to be totally empty, or is there going to be a little bit of coffee in there, so it just kind of like burns their face, or burns like when on impact?
it's
think
gonna
he's gonna
have a
waste
little bit
coffee?
left in it.
Okay,
He's gonna
okay.
waste
I like
coffee.
that. Yeah, I like that.
So, let's see, fight probably.
Yep.
Well, I've got a pair. No, so how do I phrase this? I've got 3 5s and 3 2s.
You got 3
Oh.
5s and 3 2s.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's say that you chuck this pot of coffee that is. It's got about an inch of hot coffee in the bottom of it. You chuck it across the way, hits the guy square in the face, shatters, and scrapes up his face so that it's cut, and then splashes him with hot water. And not only does it do that, but the shards of the coffee pot shatter, and one of the shards flings across and hits one of the thugs square in the jugular and slices his neck open and just immediately kills him. And just all of a sudden you just see blood squirting out of just immediately just gushing out of his throat. And he grabs it and he falls to the floor dead. And you've taken one out automatically, and then you've injured one of them as well.
Nice
job.
work,
That
Frank.
was a great roll. Andy, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna
Those were the 2 that were not distracted, by the way.
nice. I'm gonna take my fork. Oh, hello, Patty. I'm gonna take my fork that I'm not using, and I'm just gonna fling it at the next guy. One of the
Are
stun guys.
you trying to aim for anywhere in particular, or?
In the eye. Let's go for the
Okay.
eye.
All right.
Great shot.
I will say this is definitely a critical roll, so you have to
Okay.
get 3 of a kind. How would you like to do that?
Focus and
Yeah, okay.
shoot. Yes, 5 dice.
Focus and shoot.
Yeah.
All right. 5 dice.
I got a pair. That means I can reroll
Okay.
the others, right?
You can re-roll. Yeah, I would keep the pair and re-roll the 3 that you have that don't match it. It's got to improve on that pair, though.
Hmm.
It does not.
It does
I only
not.
got a pair.
Okay. let's say that you fling this fork and you're aiming for this guy's eye, and it misses his eye and just hits him in the shoulder and digs just hits him, and he just kind of looks at he looks over at the fork in his shoulder, and he looks at you, just kind of snorts, grabs the fork, pulls it out without even flinching, and throws it on the ground. What is Doug? What are you doing? Are you just shooting these guys up, or what?
Yeah,
Is that
pew,
the
pew,
plan?
pew, pew, I believe is what.
Exactly.
I believe that was the yeah.
Yes, I have been paused in this position for a while. I would like
Okay.
to shoot the remaining bad guys with my pistol, and I'd like to do it as sort of a stunt maneuver, because why not, right?
Okay. You don't have a shoot. Is there a shoot skill or anything?
Yeah, I have stunt. I have like 3 on my stunt. Yep.
All right. So you have.
And then I want to use smooth. Stunt and smooth, because I imagine like jumping up out of this booth and kind of doing that like somersault across the room, and then being like on one knee, like pew pew.
What kind of gun does she have? I'm curious.
It's a pistol.
I feel like if you wanted to like hit him with the gun, you could probably do that. I think you kind of need to use the shoot skill in order to actually shoot somebody
Really?
with this.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That checks out.
Okay.
yeah. I think.
Then I'll use
I
the
mean,
shoot skill.
I don't see
you
pew on here. Pew, is there a pew?
Yeah, I would say the smooth and the shoot definitely would work. And if you wanted
Okay.
to try to do
Then I'll
that.
use smooth and shoot.
Okay.
Six dice, right?
6 dice, and you got to get 3 of a kind.
Oh, of course. 5, 5, 6, 6, 3, 2. So I got two of a kind. You guys think, should I
Okay.
keep both pair and hope I roll for 3 of a kind, or should I just keep 1 pair?
Well, if you keep one, your
Keep
odds are
both
better.
pair. The odds are better if you keep both pairs and roll 2 dice.
And if you get
Right.
3 of a kind and a pair, you'll have like kind of like a bonus action.
All right, here we go.
You can do it.
Oh, I didn't do it.
Okay.
You can't do it.
I got 2 pair though.
You
Painting
did.
the town like light red. maybe.
So explain what you're trying to. So explain.
Orange.
Explain to me what you were trying to do. You're trying to like.
I was trying to like
and-
do a somersault and then like back up on one knee and like shoot at these guys.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. It looks super epic,
Yeah.
but it looks super cool. You're like flipping around and you're like shooting, and you're missing those guys entirely. But anybody that sees it, like your teammates think you look super cool doing it. Like they're in awe of how cool you are shooting guns, but yet missing the targets entirely.
It does sound like something Doug Shoot would do. Not gonna lie.
Doug Stormtrooper shoot. There you go.
Ghost, what? Now that you've got a couple of these guys distracted, what are you gonna do with the?
So there's still 2 guys left.
There's actually 3. There's two guys fully, and then 1 guy that's injured because he got hit by a pot of coffee in the face.
Am I done with my pancakes?
You tell me. Did you just like stuff them all in your mouth? Like, did you just like grab them and stuff them in your mouth?
Like that's rude. That's disrespectful to the chef. Like he did a good job
Yeah,
on these.
He
Ran from us though.
Yeah, but he, to be fair, he made the pancakes before. He did his job first, which I appreciate. So
Okay.
if I warned these guys not to interrupt me while I was eating my breakfast. And to be fair, those two guys have not. So
Right.
the other guy, the one the guy who decided not to listen to me, I'm going to. How close is he?
He's probably 5 feet away.
Okay.
The one that got the pot of coffee in the face.
Yeah, right. Because he's the one that's interrupting my breakfast. So
Right.
I will. I'm just gonna get up and like uppercut him while he's like busy wiping coffee out of his face. I'm gonna try to catch him right where your jaw is, so I can get it to click and put him to sleep. I'm just gonna punch him as hard as I can.
All right. Sure. Give me a roll for that.
Was that brawn
Probably.
fight? I guess.
Probably brawn fight. Yeah, I would say brawn fight.
I wish there was a way to do like dexterity based fighting, like martial arts. It would make sense to not be brawn, but that's fine. All right, so 5, I guess. All right, I got 3 2s.
Okay.
All right, the numbers
that
don't
works.
matter. It's just I just need multiples. All
You
right,
just need 3 of a kind. Yep.
all right.
So you uppercut him right in the face, and it definitely does a lot of damage to him. He stumbles back, and of course he's wiping that coffee and like cuts from having that pot of coffee in his face, and he's just stumbling back, and he kind of like falls against the counter there in the diner, and he did some more damage to him. He's not out though. He's still a little bit with it.
So I will, and by the way, I didn't put my fork down. I still have my fork in my other hand.
You still have your fork in your hand? Okay.
I will look at the remaining 2 guys who I distracted, and I was like, "This is your cue to GTFO."
They're there for a reason, and they're just going to be like,
It's the reason to get dropped on the floor of a diner, because that seems like what's going to happen.
And then they've got their crowbars in the hand and their chains and everything, and they're like, "Oh yeah," and both of them are going to come at you with their weapons, and you see them.
I will brandish my fork.
All right. One of them is going to swing at you with their chains. Give me some sort of roll for that. Maybe like.
So can I? I'm assuming can I dodge? I'll do. I don't even know what that would be. Style, like is style like? Could that be fighting style as opposed to just attitude? Like I'm gonna try to like use some martial arts and just kind of like sway like grass in the breeze and just like let everything kind of just miss me.
I would say it'd be like kind of like a bronze stunt.
Bronze stunt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's basically the same. It's the same number of dice for me to do that. So I got a pair of 1s and a pair of 6s and a 4.
Okay. Do you want to re-roll? Do you have anything that would improve? Like, do you want to try to improve on that?
I mean, sure. I'll roll one of. I got another 1.
Okay.
Check it out.
Well, yeah. So awesome.
Oh, nice.
So that one whips his chain around and tries to whip you with it, and for some reason you were able to just time it just right and grab the chain as it's like midair, and you like pull the guy close. You just kind of like pull the guy close to you, and I'm gonna guess that you're probably going to just show him that fork even close up, and you're like, "Don't fork with me, buddy."
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And so you've got one guy right since he's gotten pulled close to you. The other guy with the crowbar takes a swing at Doug, and because he realizes that you're now entangled with his buddy, so he's going to take the crowbar and swing at Doug. What does Doug want to do?
First, really quick, I just want to say, to remind myself mostly, one of my feats is that I have gun fu. So when I fight with a pistol, I get a free reroll for rolls made to fight this enemy in close range. So I should have got a
Okay.
reroll for my last one. Just I just want to say that
Just
out
for
loud
future
so I can-
reference, for sure. Yeah.
And as far as this guy with a crowbar goes, I'm still seeing red. So, and I don't see Pop-Tarts in his hand anywhere.
It's the glasses.
Yeah, it is.
Don't tell him that.
So I'm gonna, when he swings at me with the crowbar, I would like to attempt to kick him in the face and also grab the crowbar out of his hand.
Okay.
So
I will let you at least grab the crowbar out of his hand, and if you get any additional successes, I will say that you can do some sort of attack in response.
Okay, that's fair. So I want to use my stunt again because this feels like a stunt, and also nerves.
Okay, sure. I'll take
I got to be pretty on point for that.
Yep.
All right, so that's 6. Three, 3, 4, 4. I got 2 pairs again. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to re-roll and see if I can get 3 of a kind. Three pairs.
You got 3 pairs?
That's that.
That's not how that works,
anything.
though. Well, it is 3 of a kind. It's 3 pairs.
Feels better.
3 pairs. Okay, let's see how we're.
Isn't a pair a success?
And yes, you can take 3 of one success and make it add up to a higher success. So yes, we'll say that he swings the crowbar at you. You block it and grab it and yank it out of his hand. So basically, you can take 3 lower successes and add them together and make a higher success.
Okay.
And kick
All
me.
right. You're not going to kick him in the face this turn. Sorry.
With
Next
3
turn,
successes?
Well,
So,
there's
'cause you
3
needed a 3 of a
small
kind.
successes. They needed 3 of a kind. So 3 pairs added together equal 3 of a kind. If that
Okay.
makes sense in this system.
Yeah,
All right.
3 of a kind.
Yeah, the
Pairs
kind
of a
in this,
kind.
in this particular case, the kind is success, and he has
All right.
and she has
Yeah.
3 successes.
I got
Right.
the joke. I've been saying
Right.
the joke the whole
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Doug will get it in 5 minutes. It's fine. Okay.
So the thug that has been uppercut by Ghost and has Frank's coffee all over the front of him is coming to, wipes the coffee and the blood out of his face, reaches down, picks up one of the stools at the counter, and then chucks it right at Frank. Frank, what would you like to do?
Look out, Frank.
Can I catch it and throw it back at him?
If that's what you'd like to do.
That's what I'd like to
Tell me what you'd like to tell me what you would like, how you'd like to do that.
That would be the question.
Probably like I'm thinking like maybe nerves and stunt or nerves and
It's definitely a stunt.
yeah, I think nerves you kind of keep your cool because you got this big stool headed your way. So I'm thinking maybe nerves and stunt that would probably apply in that situation.
Nerves and stunt. The lowest possible number of dice I could roll.
Oh,
It
no.
can also theoretically be like you can make an argument for like nerves and dexterity because you're trying to like
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah,
if there's yeah.
Yeah, it's the same roll.
All right.
Okay.
And I got nothing the first one. So
Okay. So did you get a pair at all? You didn't get a pair at all?
no parallel.
Okay, so that's it. That's it. You can't reroll. No reroll.
Oh, okay.
Unless you
Well,
have
I
some
did
sort of
prepare
trait
the
that lets you. Unless there's a trait that lets you.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So Frank is still sipping his coffee, and he doesn't see this stool from the counter just come heading his way, and it hits you square in the chest as you're and you fall back into the booth, and you're going to take three points of grit in that, and you're still holding on to your coffee though, and you only spilled just a little bit of it. You still have some of it in your hand, and now it's your guys' turn to fight these thugs. What who would like to go first?
I'm gonna take a sip of my soda
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
kind
Feel
of
like, feel like, and pass turn.
and throw it at the guy that threw the stool at Frank, shouting,
Okay.
"This isn't diet, you bitch!" Can I say that on the internet? I don't know.
She was nice.
She lied
She
to me.
was
She said it
nice.
would be Diet Coke, and it was not diet, nor was it Coke.
It was Coke Zero. Or Pepsi Zero, or whatever they call it. I don't know.
Pepsi Max or whatever. Eh.
Yeah.
No, it was the off-brand. It was like the
It
Dollar
was a
Tree brand.
tab.
It was
It was
Ah.
Cola.
Tab diet.
Marcy.
Sam's Cola. There it is.
Pepsi free.
So that's gonna be nerves and probably dexterity.
Okay.
RC Cola. Yes, correct. Okay. I have 2 pairs.
Okay.
Do I need a 3 of a kind?
I kind of feel like you do.
Uh,
I mean, it's a cup. How much damage is a cup gonna do? We need to make sure that
well, I got it.
you got it. You got your 3 of a kind.
I got a 3 of a kind.
Did you get another pair along with it, or just the
I
3 of a
did.
kind? Okay. Yeah, we'll say that.
Doug, I
you're
got you. Doug, I got you. The cup hits the guy in the face and shatters. All the Diet Pepsi hits the ground. He stumbles, grabbing his eyes, slips on the Diet Coke, and knocks himself out on the counter.
Sure. Yeah.
That's
That's
actually-
awesome. I love that. Totally, just like he's just laying there, like just passed out from Diet Coke or whatever.
It's not diet.
It's not diet. It's
RC Cola.
RC Cola.
I mean, RC Cola is
RC
better than Pepsi.
That's
RC
not much
Cola.
is worse than Pepsi.
No,
It's
it's better
killer.
than Pepsi. Pepsi's gross.
Who would like to go next? So now you're only down to the 2, the one that the chainsaw or the chain and the club guy.
The one.
So if I'm still face to face with the guy that had the chain, I'm just going to I'm not gonna stab with my fork because I want to finish my pancakes, and that's gross, and that would be unsanitary. So
Sure.
I'm going to hold my fork in my left hand. I have the chain in the right hand. I'm gonna loop the chain around his neck and break his nose with a headbutt.
Okay, awesome. Do it.
All right, so that would be probably brawn fight, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, I got 2 4s and the rest is junk, but I will re-roll the rest. I got 2 more 1s, so I have 2 pair.
Okay. Would you like to go all in and roll a third time, or re-roll a third time? But you would, if you don't improve on that, you're going to lose everything.
No, I don't need it. I mean, I got 2 successes, so I loop the chain with the
You
first
got 2
success.
minor successes.
Okay, so maybe for those at home, typically in a game when you get a success, it means that you did the thing.
That doesn't always mean that. So there's a basic success, there's a critical success, and then there's extreme success, and then there's so basically depending on how difficult something is,
Right.
you have to get like a basic success is kind of like something easy to do. Like okay, we're gonna roll, but like it's like jumping like a cat, like a cavern that maybe like it was gonna take a little bit of speed to jump across, but yeah, you're more than likely you're gonna be able to do it. Causing damage was a big, like 6-foot muscle bound guy with a headbutt.
Oh no.
Yeah,
For anybody here who's ever been in a fight, I don't care how big you are. If you get your nose broken, it's over. Like you're like
I will disagree. Have you seen some of these MMA fighters that also get their nose broken?
Oh,
They still
right.
just go hardcore. That's
Right.
kind of what you're up against
It's
here in
not
this
the first
situation.
time. It's not the first time they've had their nose broken. Probably
That's
not even
right.
that night. It's probably like the second
Exactly.
or third time their nose broken.
Absolutely. So
Right.
it's up to you if you want to if you want to go in and try to improve it, or if you just want to. I mean, the 2 successes, you'll probably do a little bit of damage.
Can I take a condition?
Director suggests going for it.
Yeah, but Doug also wants to just be able to show. You know what? For the folks at home who want to see how the rules work, I will go all. So what do I do? Do I roll? I re-roll everything, or do I just re-roll?
Keep your pairs. No, keep your pairs if you want.
Okay.
Okay, re-roll all that's left, and if you don't improve on it at all, you lose everything.
Okay. Fuck yeah! But I'm not even gonna put my hands down. So here are my dice.
All right, what do we get? What do we get?
So I had a pair of 4s, and now I've got 4 1s.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool. All right. So yeah, you headbutt this guy. You can definitely tell that his nose has been broken quite a few times because it just basically just crumbles on the top of your head, and you can feel the shards of his navel cavity just go back into the back of his skull, and you can just see him just fall back and grab his face. And he's done. He's gone. He just falls to the floor. Like his whole face is just like crumpled in, and you might have a little bit of blood on your forehead right there.
I will sit back down after I look at the last guy, and I show him the fork again that's in my other hand, and I will say, "I'm going to finish my breakfast," and I sit back down.
All right. Sure. I love it.
So everybody's down now.
Except for one.
There's one guy with the crowbar that
guy with the crowbar.
Yeah, the one that you caught the crowbar on, but couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
So I caught the crowbar. I would like to retaliate and hit him with it.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of over these guys.
All right. So it'll give you let's say it gives you a +2 die bonus for melee.
So I am using my fight skill, and then I have +2, and then I'm also going to use my.
Can I hop out of the booth and give him a hand?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Brawn.
So Frank's going to hop out of the booth and also help you with this, and so you get another die on top of that.
So just one more. That's 8.
Oh, man.
Frank, how are you helping? How are you helping Doug in this situation?
I'm just gonna try and clothesline the guy. just come right up and just swing my arm.
You're gonna like swing your arm and clothesline him, and then Doug's just gonna come in and just knock him out with the crowbar. I got it. All right.
Here we go. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is good, right?
No, that is epic failure.
In poker, maybe.
No, I got 2 5s. I got 2 5s,
okay.
and I got 2 3s.
Right.
I mean, come on, I rolled 8 dice. I was bound to get a pair of something. Sure. But I got 4 dice that didn't do garbage for me. So let's try one more time.
You gonna re-roll? Sure.
I'm gonna re-roll these 4. Yeah. Okay, I got another 3. So I have 3 of a kind and 2 of a kind.
So Frank comes up, clotheslines the guy. It's almost like you'd see something like in like professional wrestling or something. Frank comes up, just clotheslines the guy. The guy falls down onto the floor with a big thud. Doug, you take that crowbar and you just. How do you want to finish him off? Do you want to you tell me how you finish him with that crowbar?
Oh, so before Frank does the clothesline, I just say, "Come on, Frank, let's paint this guy red." and then he clotheslines him. And as the guy's falling to the ground, before he gets there, I'm gonna swing the crowbar around, hit him in the back of the head, knock him back up, forward, and then Frank's gonna punch him in the face, and he's gonna go down.
All right.
Isn't he already down?
He got clothesline, and they caught him on the way down.
All right.
Yes.
So now there's just a whole bunch
Frank.
of thugs that are just henchmen that are just all over the place here, that are just in various states of injury and dead.
We did it.
Yeah.
I kind of look around real quick and just say, we should have probably asked why they were chasing Carter.
And Carter's on the floor with his wound, and he's just kind of gasping for air. Like he's just kind of watched all this, and he's just like, guys, I have to tell you something. I've got information for you.
Oh, Carter!
Does
he's not.
Does anybody have a high fix or heal or
I do.
survive skills?
I kind of do.
If you do, please try to save Carter, or at least get some information out of him.
While they're taking a look at Carter, I'm gonna jump over the counter and see if there's a first aid kit in the kitchen, because there typically is. So
that could be useful. I'm thinking.
Yeah, let's. You want to roll for that to see, like, is there an observation roll for? You have like an observation roll.
What would that
While
be?
he's going to look, I'm gonna just take a wad of napkins, like shove my hand in the napkin dispenser because they all have the old timey ones, and just grab a bunch of napkins and like drop.
Okay, try to help.
Yeah,
stop the bleeding that is going on there.
I guess I'll try to do like awareness, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I get a pair.
Okay. It's pretty easy. So yeah, you find a first aid kit in the kitchen.
I grab the first aid kit and I grab I throw that to Frank, and then I go back into the kitchen and I'm gonna grab if they have I'm assuming disinfectant solution or bleach or something, and hand towels, and bring that stuff. It's all stuff that would be in a kitchen. So
yeah.
Let's say that you can find some of that stuff, but it's going to take you a while. Like if you had rolled more successes, I probably would have said, yeah, you find the first aid kit and some bleach or something. But
I remember I do have my MacGyver skill, or my MacGyver feat.
This is true. What's your MacGyver feat?
So it's I can utilize any sort of makeshift repair to find or use an item as needed.
Okay, you don't have to roll for that.
I mean, if it's a feat, I don't know how.
Yeah.
Again, it's it's for items that I need. It's like, oh no, I need aluminum foil to short circuit this thing. Oh, I have aluminum foil. I need a stick of gum to I mean, we've all seen MacGyver.
Yeah. So you frisbee the first aid kit out of the kitchen window there that is there, and it goes to Frank. Frank catches it, and Frank, what would you like to do with that first aid kit?
I'd say rip it open and just start trying to basically dress the wound.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have a first aid? I forget what's on this.
Maybe heal under focus.
Heal.
Okay. How does gear work? Does gear just give you an extra die or something?
It gives you extra die bonus. Yeah.
Okay.
Or sometimes it might give you an extra might give you another ability to reroll or something.
So I've got a pair.
You got a pair? Okay.
Let's see if I can get any better. Just a pair.
Yeah, you rip the shirt from where Carter's bleeding, and you can see that the wound is really deep, and you're 99.9% sure that it's fatal, and that Carter doesn't have much more time before he bleeds out and dies on this floor.
Is it a bullet wound or is it a knife wound? I yelled at Frank.
It's like someone like totally just like slashed right into him.
So I'm gonna take one of the like spatulas on the flat top and put it over the burner and get it like screaming hot.
Okay. I see what you're doing.
I would like to.
Doug and Andy, what would you like to do?
Try and get the information that he has out of him.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Since I know
Yep, right.
Carter, I think I would like go up to him and kind of get down on the floor with him and just start like shaking his head to keep him awake. Like, tell us everything you know. And I think I would use my smooth skill and my leadership skill or speech skill for that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Give me a roll for that. Just if you fail, you're going to like shake the life out of this guy.
Yeah, that's
know
fine. Okay. I got 3 2s.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, you keep Carter somewhat conscious. He proceeds to say, Project Medusa is on the move. Airfield on the outside of town. Black suitcase, man in black. And he just falls and passes away while you're shaking his head.
Maybe I shouldn't have shook his head so hard, you guys. But I think we got what we need.
We better make a
So to
move.
recap, Carter says Project Medusa's on the move, black suitcase, airfield on the on the outskirts of town, men in black. Those are the keywords that he was able to get out.
Okay.
So we should go to the airfield like right now. I will
Get
turn
your
up.
Trans Am with the 8-track.
No, CD player.
Sorry, removable CD.
So I will shut off the flat top. I will take my plate and put it on the pass and put like $30 under it to cover our drinks and my pancakes. And then I'm not trying to screw over a small business. And then I'll go outside and I'll jump in my Trans Am. Does other people have cars?
No.
I don't. No, I'm going to say that the henchmen probably have a vehicle out there, and let's say that it's, I don't know.
I mean, if we want to make them like extra douchey, like they work for like the rich boss, it's obviously a Cybertruck, but they're also low-level goons, so it's probably not anything that's that new.
Yeah, it's like a muscle car that like it's probably like a
Mustang.
Like a Mustang.
Ooh, yeah,
with gold rims, and it's got a red skull airbrushed on the hood, and it's just like it's got flames up the sides. It's just like totally something that you would see in like an action movie, as far as like what henchmen would be driving around in.
All right. Before we leave, you guys, I just need to ask everybody one thing. Should we blow up the diner to cover the scene?
I push Doug out of the diner. I'm like, nope, out of the diner.
And on that note, the screen fades to black. You hop in your car.
I will
Doug is actually
I'll put the sign so it says closed.
Sure.
That's
sure.
how it closes.
It's not my fault. I don't know when to stop.
You see Ghost shoving Doug into his Trans Am. Like you see
In the
Frank
trunk.
get behind Frank and Andy in the henchman's vehicle, and you see this montage of the douchey Mustang, and you see this montage of like people turning the ignition, Ghost adjusting the mirror, Frank adjusting his rearview mirror. Like that rearview mirror also has like fuzzy dice on it as well.
Oh, of course.
And and
I do the cool J turn.
We have music.
Yeah. And then
I take off the dice and throw them out the window.
Let me see here.
I'm still not convinced.
and you just take off down the street, just blaring. You peel out and you just race out of sight. And then it just fades to black, and then we're gonna go to the next scene.
That was epic.
Sweet.
The next scene, you are at the airfield. You can't really quite see that quite yet, but you know that this airfield has, it's like a private airfield. It has planes that come and go very infrequently. It's usually used for like people that have really high incomes. And of course, this is, late at night. It's like now at this point, it's like, 12:30 at night. And it's got a fence all the way around it, of course, because it's an airfield and we don't want people just to run up. And you approach the airfield and you drive in and, park your cars kind of out of the way so they're not being noticed. And you walk over to this fence and you see on the airstrip is a plane, and it's got the loading bay lowered, and people are starting to wheel in carts into the back of the cargo plane, and they all kind of have like guns and on their backs, and they've got like bulletproof vests on, and they're all dressed in black, and they're just kind of, you can see them going in and out of this plane from the back as they're loading, they're rolling like carts into the back of the plane.
So when we park the cars and we see this, I will open up the back of my Trans Am and I will throw bulletproof vests to everybody. Do
you have bulletproof vests for everybody?
Of course I do. With my background, are you kidding me?
Okay.
Plus, Doug called me.
Yeah, that's.
I was like, I'm bringing my red sunglasses, and I was like, oh, I know what that means. So
we're in trouble.
Yeah, speaking of red sunglasses,
and again, I don't know anybody's
car.
background. I'm just trying to look out for the group, being the adults. So I'll throw everybody bulletproof vests, and then are there, like, with this being an airfield, are there any small airfield vehicles like one of those luggage trams or the little cart things or mobile stairs or anything like that?
Yeah, we'll say that there's some luggage vehicles that probably are around. They're a little ways off on the hangars, parked next to the hangars, but they're not like right on the one runway and not right next to that cargo jet. But they're around if you wanted to probably.
So
find
I'll
them.
tell everybody, if you want, we can do this one of two ways. Either we can all go over there and get in the luggage cart, and at least we can get across the tarmac without them opening up on us because this vehicle belongs here, or you guys can do that and I will try to work my way through anybody that's on foot and get there.
I don't think they necessarily have a reason to just light up us.
Four random strangers walking across an airfield. I feel like
12:30 a.m. We're coming across the airfield towards them. We're not with them.
On foot.
Have I ever been wrong before?
As you're kind of plotting this out, you see two operatives, I guess, or two people dressed in black that look like the other ones that are loading. They're just kind of walking down the runway all by themselves, as if they're coming to they're walking to the airplane as if they're getting ready to work. And the other people that are at in the airplane and loading the cargo onto the jet don't see them just yet.
So if two of us can sneak up on them and steal their outfits, then we can blend in and we can say we're with Medusa and we can get the briefcase.
Do the two guys that are walking, how are they dressed? Are they just airfield employees? Are they wearing the reflective vests and?
No, they're not wearing reflective vests. They've got the black bulletproof vests on. They've got black tactical pants, shirts. They've got that cool, ski mask, black ski mask, where the balaclava. They basically look like they kind of look like what's
the typical thugs.
They kind of look like snake eyes, if you want to say.
Or
Like,
beachhead.
if you're
They look
familiar
like
with,
beachhead?
yeah, they look kind of like a beachhead, and if you're familiar with GI Joe at all, but you can't quite tell what they look like. But they're all covered up and they're all dressed in black, and they look like the other ones that are putting the cargo into the plane.
Okay. So we should definitely try and get their gear to get closer.
All right.
Like they're probably gonna get there in the next 2 minutes.
Are
I
we
will.
on the outside of the fence?
far from
Or are
them,
we on the
are we?
other side?
You're
of
on the
fence?
outside. You're on the outside of the fence. Yes.
Okay. Crap.
Oh.
I'll jump the fence.
Okay. It's about how high is an average fence? Like 8 feet.
8 feet.
Okay.
Does
You
it have
gonna-
the
you gonna do it without-
spiral?
I mean,
it does
probably
have the
not.
spiral.
It's not a military base. It's a civilian airfield. So
Yeah,
That's
but
true,
even
that's
most
true.
civilian
Yeah.
airfields have
no,
barbed
there's no
wire.
barbed wire. Because that would be.
So yeah, we'll say that
Barbed wire.
we'll
I don't
we'll
know.
say that there's no barbed wire, but you're gonna have to do it pretty sneaky in order to not get noticed to do it.
Okay. My stealth.
So it's gonna
game
be
is high.
it's gonna be a critical success in order to jump the fence without being noticed.
And how many do you need for critical success?
That's a 3 of a kind.
3. All right. So I get a pair of 6s and a pair of 1s and a nothing. So I will re-roll one pair, I guess. We'll see. I rolled 2 more 6s, so that's 4 6s.
Nice.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So Ghost definitely
Lives up to his name.
climbs up the does a cool little backflip, lands perfectly on the ground, just like almost like Spider-Man, and there is we'll say that there's a dumpster right there that hides Ghost, and you could move it if you wanted to. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it, but it's on wheels. But you've got you realize that there's something right there that you can kind of hide behind, so that you're not out in the open.
So I'm gonna since I rolled 4, I'm gonna use some of that to say that the way that the positioning where they are versus all the lights that would be at an airport, they're kind of like walking into the lights. So I'm in shadow. I'm gonna try to close the distance between me and them and engage them.
Perfect. Are you going to engage both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to come up? How are you going to engage them? Are you going to?
I'm going to come up behind them, and while I'm coming behind them, I'm going to pull out the 2 karambits I have, and I will.
Okay.
Stab.
I will attempt to take care of them quiet like.
Give me a roll for that.
I'm gonna wait for anybody else to come help you.
I mean,
how about? We'll pause that. We'll pause that just for a second. We'll pause that just for a second, and we'll let Doug, Andy, and Frank. You just saw Ghost climb the fence, land quietly, and now he's about to sneak up behind these two bad guys. What would you all like to do at this point?
I'm gonna look for a tear in the fence or a hole that we could get under because I'm not in shape enough to get over the fence.
Sure.
So it's gonna be focus and detect.
Okay.
So that's 3 of a kind. Okay.
Awesome.
And yeah, just 3 of a kind.
Okay. Yeah, you notice that there's a couple links in this fence that are probably weaker than others.
Okay.
And what do you have for gear on you?
Nothing useful.
Okay.
I have a laptop. I have a notebook and a pencil.
Could I try and force it open?
Yeah, we'll say. You pointed out to Frank, and Frank, basically just opens it up and. Okay. Yeah, and you open up and find a place to kind of crawl through the fence. It also you're behind the dumpster that is there next to the airfield,
awesome.
And you're just about probably 5 feet away from Ghost in the dark.
Okay.
And you're right there if you wanted to give him a hand once Ghost does his business. Ghost, what are you doing at this point?
So I'm definitely kind of low running like along the grass to come up behind them.
Okay. And you're just gonna take him out with your.
Yep.
What are they called again?
A karambit. It's basically a curved
Karambit.
enclosed fighting knife is what it is.
Nice. All right.
So all right. So okay, so that's a pretty good roll. But how do I do I have to do each action separately, or is it like how does that work?
Yeah, let's do 2 attacks. Like we'll do 1 attack and then do the other attack. So the first attack, what'd you get?
All right, so I got 3 ones, but then I have blade work, which is gain a free reroll when using, repairing, or using or handling knives.
Okay, so reroll
roll 3 more.
Whatever. Yep.
I got another pair, so I got 3 of a kind and a pair.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, what you do is you stab the guy, and basically they're kind of walking, not side by side, but like so one's kind of further back in front of the other. You stab the guy, put him down on the ground really slowly, so that it doesn't make a noise.
Brady Salk.
Exactly. And so. Yeah, you take him out, and the fact that you didn't get noticed doing it is awesome. And feel free to do another attack on the other guy if you want.
All right. So I got 3 of a kind, and then nothing. So I'll re-roll those. I get 3 of a kind and another pair.
Okay, yeah, same thing. You do the same thing. You just lower those 2 guys down, and these guys are pretty heavy, so you're probably going to be able to pull one of them into the dark next to your friends. Next to your teammates, if somebody else wants to come and pull the other one. Otherwise, there's just the guy that's
I will
laying down on the. Okay, yeah, you could pull them into the shadows, and you're behind this dumpster with 2 henchmen, stealth guys, and they're taken out. What would you like to do with them?
Who's going to dress up as these guys?
I should probably get in there. I have quite a way with words. I have a silver tongue.
All right.
Feet.
Sure.
So I should
So
probably...
I also have.
You're gonna. Awesome. So are you guys just going to undress these guys and put their gear on?
What do they have for gear?
They have a rifle. They have a knife. Trying to think, what else can I give you? What else do you think? They probably have like a data pad.
Like pretty standard bad guy henchman is like bulletproof vest, mask, MP5, and like a combat knife, and then maybe an earpiece.
Yeah. We'll say that. That's awesome. One thing that you said, Andy, you're out of shape.
Yes.
We'll say that Doug can fit into the gear, no problem. Andy, it's a little snug for you, so you might get noticed that it doesn't quite fit you.
Okay.
I got an idea, Andy. I got this. Okay, I want you to take the earpiece because you should be the one talking to them. But you should probably stay behind the dumpster because you're not gonna blend in with these guys. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you.
So
I will stop feeding you the Uncrustables. Okay.
Looking at the 2 guys that we knocked out, I'm assuming it's two dudes.
Yeah, it's 2 dudes.
Okay, so do they have cell phones on them?
They give me a roll for that because I don't want to just give you cell phones.
What am I rolling for that?
Because they have earphones.
No. I'm saying what do you want me to roll for? Like, do they have phones?
observe and I don't know. Is there detect and observe? I'm trying to see what.
There's detect.
There's detect
What's
and
that?
focus.
Detect and focus.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Or you could do crime since you're stealing.
Yeah, you could do crime.
Not really stealing if they're dead.
Yeah, that's true. It ends up being the same. It's like 4 dice or 4 dice. So I get a pair. I mean, this is just to see if they have phones in their pockets. Like I'm literally patting them down.
Yeah, we'll say that they have. Let's say one of them has like a flip phone. Like it's not even like a smartphone. It's
What is
like
this,
a really
95?
like. Yeah, it's like a razor phone that you know those Motorola ones that kind of made a comeback. That like, oh yeah,
nice. All right,
Those
so
ones-
I'll hand the phone to Andy since
Uh-huh.
Ghost heard her say I'm good at tech stuff. I'll hand her the phone, and then obviously she can like maybe tap into their comms because if she talks over the radio, they're gonna be like, oh, we sent out 2 guys and now they don't sound like that anymore. So, but if Frank and Doug are gonna be putting on the gear, I'm gonna like kind of slip off into the dark and see if I can like, you know, work my way along the perimeter towards like I'm assuming they're like taking stuff out of like a hangar and putting it in this plane or
yeah, we'll say that they're basically are almost. You can see based on the cargo bay of the cargo jet is that it's almost full. There's only a couple more bins that they have to wheel into this cargo jet before it's about it's going to be full and about to take off. So there's you can see that they've got like a forklift and they're just kind of moving one of them in and tying it down and you can see them they get the straps over and they're tightening the straps and then you see one of the guys on the end of right at the entrance of the cargo bay at the end of the plane just kind of wheel that last cargo box into the so that the guy comes closer and he's about to go up the ramp.
what do you guys want to do? Doug and Frank, you're our double agents. You guys are in costume, so
Yes.
I suppose we should probably just make our way up to it.
oh, I have an awesome idea. We should do the get help. You should literally just grab you should drag Andy and I up there like you caught us loitering or something, and then as soon as we're in close enough, literally push me at one of the guards.
Oh.
Well, don't we want to leave Andy behind the dumpster so she can kind of go through the phone?
You sure? We can do that too. I was gonna say once we're on the plane, we can maybe take the plane, but
Do you know how to fly a plane?
sure I do.
Of course you do.
As you guys are talking about this, the plane starts, the engines start, and the propellers, the engines start and the propellers start to turn.
Probably get moving.
And the last cargo bin is heading up the ramp.
What do you guys want to do? Doug, you're in charge here. What's the plan? I like get help, but
I like the get help, but I need to go through this phone and get as much information as I can for us. Yes.
Andy, stay here. Keep the comm on in case I need to talk to you while we're up there. I'll have the other comm in my ear. Yes, let's drag Ghost with us.
Oh, can I tell if the comms are linked to just each other or if they're linked to everyone?
I think they're just connected to the crew that are in the plane.
Well, so like if
Everyone.
can I tell that if I say something that Doug needs to say to them over the comm, everyone will hear it and be like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, sure. We'll say
think
that you can do that.
Yeah.
Well, no, like, because we don't want them to know that I'm giving Doug the words to say.
Can
oh, I see what you're saying. You're like
Yeah.
you're trying to use it like an earpiece for a phone.
Is it like,
Can-
is it a, like, is there a separate channel that we can turn the comms to, is what I'm asking? Can I tell that from holding the comm, like looking at it?
Yeah, we'll say that you can.
Okay, so I make sure they're both set to a separate channel first, and then like, okay, go ahead. I'm gonna start going through this
What are you? So you have one comm and Doug has the other?
Yes.
Since we're gonna do it that way, I'm actually gonna give the other comm to Frank because I also have Silver Tongue, and that way both of us going up there will have Silver Tongue. And we'll
That
be
makes
able to
sense.
talk to these guys.
Okay.
But I agree. Let's drag Ghost up there as fast as we can, and call on everybody. Everybody, wait! There's been intruders.
Okay, so you come out from behind this dumpster with Ghost, and you're approaching the cargo bay of this jet, and we'll show you. It'll be like you guys leading Ghost up that way. In the meantime, Andy, what are you doing with?
I'm trying to go through the
check.
phone and see if there's any information that we need or can glean from the phone.
And this is typical with because I
It's
work
all
in the phone
OnlyFans
company.
subscriptions. That's all it is. It's
I worked in the phone company for a cellular phone company for 10 years,
I'm
and
sorry.
I will tell you that the Motorola. I will tell you that the Motorola Razr was the worst phone
Yes.
in terms of durability, and they broke and they cracked and they never lasted more than a year usually, and we'll say that and since this was in this guy's pocket and he landed on the ground, even though he didn't land very hard, he broke the phone. You open the phone and everything's all cracked and smashed and definitely.
Is there a way for me to
definitely
hook it to my
needs-
computer, my laptop that I have on me?
Do it.
We've all seen Live for Your Die.
Yeah, we'll
You have
say
your
we'll
little
say that you
rollout
can hook it up.
keyboard.
It has an SD card. It's old.
Yeah, we'll say
Okay.
that you could take the SD card out.
Yeah. So
Or
I
not,
will.
the SIM card. The SIM card. That's what it
I'll
was.
take the SIM card
Yeah.
out. I will try and get it to pop into my laptop and see what I can get out of there.
You see basically text messages between him and his family. You see his fantasy league scores.
Are they good?
No, he's had a horrible season. There's a lot of injuries on
Must
his
be a
team.
Cowboys
And
fan,
it's just
okay.
been. You see in his notes, it's a grocery list of items that his wife put that he needs to go get for groceries. It's basically his personal cell phone that he does not use
Great.
for work at all.
Great.
Because
Can
why
I-
would you put critical information like that on your personal cell phone?
I mean, some people don't know the difference between taking work home. Can I see if there's anything else on the bodies? Like, I know we stripped them, so they're pretty underweary, but
Yeah, you just see that they have one guy is wearing Calvin Klein briefs, and one guy is wearing boxer shorts with donuts on them.
I see. Maybe I entered the wrong field. Calvin Klein, that's expensive. All right.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good stuff. He was
Um,
definitely. I mean, it's the guy with the donuts. Like he was the one with the cell phone. Let's look at that.
Daddy's never
the other
coming
guy
home
was
with
kind of
milk. Poor kids.
Yeah. So yeah. So basically, you're stuck there with this guy's personal
I
cell
got
phone.
nothing, so I'll come on the comm and say, hey, that was a red herring. I got nothing, so let me hear what's going on.
All right.
Frank, you and Doug have Ghost in front of you, and you've got your rifles in front of you, I'm guessing. And what are you doing at this point?
We're making our way up to the plane and trying to see the first guy that we see, and try to tell him that, hey, we found this guy kicking around, making some noise.
Okay. The guy goes, so why did you bring him here?
Because he's probably trying to get information. He's putting his nose where it doesn't belong.
He was already here. We found him on the base. He must have cut a hole in the fence.
Give me some sort of roll because he's kind of looking at you like there's something not right with you two.
So
There's
for
something a
for what
little there's
Frank
something a
could
little
say.
off here.
I whisper to Frank, push me.
And I just punch Ghost in the face.
No.
No, oh, okay, awesome. So you punch the guy in the face, and
No,
the
he
guy the
punches Ghost.
Like,
yeah, I know.
stop
You punch Ghost in the face, and
whispering, Ghost.
the guy goes, "Why'd you do that? Why don't you just
He
put
was
him outside
whispering-
the air?"
He was whispering some nonsense. He needed to be told.
We
what's
don't know
what.
what he saw.
Yeah, we don't know what he saw.
He goes, "I don't know about you two. You don't seem to act like company men. Wait right here. I'm gonna get somebody." And he like turns around and starts to walk towards the front of the plane.
Wait! Don't go.
As
We need
soon
your
as he turns his
help.
back,
We need your help getting rid of this guy.
the knives come out. As soon as he turns his back, I move.
Okay. All right. Give me a roll for that. I'll give you advantage
But
on it too.
I didn't even roll for my persuasion. Was
Was
I
he
that?
running away?
Because you punched Ghost in the face.
Yeah, of course I punched
That's-
Ghost. He was whispering.
not very
Caliente for
discreet.
you.
All right, so I got 2 pair. I'm gonna keep one and reroll. I got 3 of a kind and a pair.
Okay. Yeah, you basically. How do you want to take this guy out?
So as soon as he turns around, I'm just gonna drive my karambit into the back of his neck, and then just pull him down the stairs. We're like the foot of the ramp. Yeah. I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're like at the top of at the middle of the ramp, almost to the top. He kind of came down a little bit to see what was going on.
All right, so when we were walking up, I would have seen this. How many people are outside the plane?
There's like 2 people. They're definitely like on their way up to go because this plane's about to take off.
So there's 2 people. There's 2 people outside the plane, and then how many people are in the plane?
As far as you know, there's probably 5, 6, maybe.
So I will, I'll stab him and then catch him, and then whichever side the guys aren't on, I'm gonna dump him off the ramp on that side.
Oh, and take the other guys out with his body.
No, so if the other 2 guys are like coming up the right side of the plane, I'm gonna dump him off the left side of the plane. If they're coming up the left side of the plane,
okay, so they don't see him. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll say you do that because you got 3 of a kind and a pair. You take the guy out and you just kind of dump him off so that they don't see. And you can see that the plane is starting to move forward down the one runway.
Yeah.
And the ramp is starting to move up. And the other guys are just kind of running, and they hop onto the ramp, and they're like, "Who's this guy?"
Guys, we did something wrong.
We have successfully gotten out of the Trojan horse. We are now inside of the city. We need to take the plane. So I will turn and say to Frank and Doug, you take care of these 2, and I'm going to run into the plane and basically take out the first guys I see.
Okay.
is
Is that what you're gonna do?
still think we should try and convince them that we belong here.
Andy's gonna see the plane start moving
Ghost.
from her perch behind the
Andy-
dumpster, and just go, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!" and just like she is not athletic, and she's just gonna trip over her own feet trying to get to the plane to catch it.
Get to the plane. Okay. Give me some sort of roll for athletics, or I have to take a look at. Give me some sort of roll for that.
Dexterity
Sure.
and nerves because she's trying. Oh, smooth. I'll do
Okay.
because she's not.
Smooth. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Well, that's a fail.
What'd you get?
None of a kind.
None of a kind.
None of a kind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
I
say
can-
you.
I can mastermind, can't I?
What's your mastermind? ability?
Repeat one roll.
Okay, do it.
Okay, let's try that again. That was not better.
Aw.
So, okay, nothing happened.
Well, if you mastermind, if you repeat a roll, does that mean that you have to succeed? And then, like, if you
know.
like rolled, I think it's like if you rolled like a 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind, you could just have that success.
You're asking someone who's never
automatically
played the
on
game
this.
how a mechanic works.
Yeah, I'm
kind of,
pretty
how
sure
do
that
you-
that's how I'm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Okay.
So
Well, either way,
mastermind
I
like
failed.
works if you okay. Yeah, you roll, start running. You get about halfway there, and you strip, and you kind of like stumble a little bit,
Yep.
lose some momentum, and it's definitely going to take you probably a 4 of a kind on the next turn to get to the plane and grab a hold of the ramp
Okay.
to make it on.
Okay.
Doug and Frank and Ghost, you have these two operatives or two people that are dressed in black that are wondering what you guys are doing and what Ghost is doing here. What are you doing? You're all on the ramp, and it's kind of starting to raise up a little bit, and the plane is moving forward. So it's up to you guys what you guys want to do.
Do I see a briefcase anywhere?
You do not see a briefcase anywhere.
That'd be hilarious if this is like this is just some random plane and the briefcase is like sitting in the office, like, and there's a guy waiting for like I'm supposed to be taking the next charter at 2:30. And I'm like, oh, sorry, dude, I killed all your dudes.
You said we got guns from these guys too?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna say that you guys are really super close up to, like they're like right next to you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try because they don't know that we're not with them.
No,
still.
they haven't noticed.
They have
They
an
haven't
idea.
noticed that you and Frank are right.
So I'm gonna try and go all the way into the plane and take out the pilot so the plane doesn't take off.
If you were to go all the way to the plane, you're gonna go past. Like it's a ways away. Like this is a big cargo jet.
I'm imagining like a C-130, right?
Yeah.
So anybody who's seen like A-Team or anything like that, it's a big empty tube with 4 engines on it, and we're in the ramp on the back. So you're gonna walk through it's like the size of a jumbo jet. So you're gonna like walk through the whole plane.
Here, let's
yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't quite see it, but yeah, it's like a big tube with like crates in it, and they're all tied down, and yeah, it's like bigger. Like it's a big.
So okay.
Big plane.
Yeah. All right. I retract my statement. I feel like this mission is pretty hopeless. If I can go in and see if there's a briefcase, and if not, just try and get out of there.
Okay. So you go in. If you go in and go past Ghost, then those two other men in black are going to know that something's definitely not right with you all, because there's no way Ghost is supposed to be on this plane, and
You just let him.
they're going to. Yeah, you're just letting him stay, and they're going to go after all of you.
I'll come up in behind Ghost and grab him around the neck and kind of drag him through the rest of the plane with me.
you either have to pretend I'm not there, or you have to interact somehow. Like if you walk through the plane with me, they're all going to be like, "Why is he here?" That's why the guard at the back of the plane is like, "Why is he here?"
I'm
And
so
you're like,
glad
"Oh,
I
there's
missed
only
this
these two guys.
flight.
I'll make sure that all 6 of these other guys are like, why is he here?"
I'm so glad I missed my flight.
You either need. I would say, here's my 2 cents. Either we need to kill these 2 guys here, or you need to kill these 2 guys here, and I'll go start killing everybody in the plane. We need to go full murder hobo. Either everybody dies or nobody dies.
I
think at this point we need to let Frank make this call, because
Frank, what do you want to do, buddy?
Doug's definitely.
Frank, I believe in you. I believe in you, Frank.
Well, Frank is gonna start walking over to those 2 guys.
Sure.
You know, just try and pretend like he's trying to wave him on real quick, and he's gonna pull out his shotgun and try and blast the two of them.
Nice. Okay. Give me a roll for that.
Full murder hobo. Here we go.
Full
All right,
murder
Frank.
hobo.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Paint the town red.
And
Some raspberry.
Let's paint
Because
this airplane red.
I'm gonna get nice and close to him, so I'm gonna get a +1 using my shotgun.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a pair.
But the pilot is 2 days away from retirement.
I will
So
tell you
close.
that if you use the shotgun, okay, no, keep going.
It's already committed.
So that is
I know.
2 pairs.
Okay.
And actually, I've got
yeah.
marksman, so I can re-roll.
Okay.
Oops.
You got a free reroll? Okay.
Yep.
Oh my. So glad I missed this flight.
And that is 3 of a kind and 2 pair.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, you
And a pair.
Okay. there we
you
go.
shoot the guy. You shoot one of the operatives right in the chest, and it hits their bulletproof vest, knocks them off the platform. You see them falling, or knocks them off the ramp. You see them fall to the ground as this plane is moving forward, and they just do the barrel roll onto the runway. And as you see that, you see Andy running past them and kind of jump over them,
Shit.
Mario style, over a barrel, and she's still trying to catch up to the plane. And as you do that, you take the butt of the shotgun and you hit you come back up with it and knock the other guy in the head and kind of stun him so that he's kind of out of it for the next round. But unfortunately, since you used a shotgun and since the shotgun is very loud, it alerts the rest of the plane, and both Ghost and Doug immediately go, "Oh crap! They're probably going to know that we're here now." So know that whoever's inside the plane knows that you are there and you've let off a shotgun. In the meantime, Andy's running towards the plane, trying to catch the ramp. Andy, would you like to roll again for that and see if you can grab a hold of that ramp and get on?
I think I do nerves this time because I'm trying to muster up the I can do this.
If I see her, can I reach out my hand and try to grab her?
Sure, absolutely. You can give Andy a +1 die for that. Okay. Absolutely.
So an extra die?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Would anybody else like to think of a way to help Andy?
I'm good.
You're good? You got 4 of a kind?
I need 4 of a kind. Shit, hold on.
4 of a kind.
I'm still on the ramp too, so I could probably try to reach out and grab for it too.
Okay.
I got 3 of a kind.
Does Frank helping do anything?
I would also reach out.
Roll 1 more die for it and see if we can.
You could also just step on the guy that Frank just knocked out of the plane. Also,
I got that 4th die.
Okay. Yeah, so both Ghost and Frank reach out. Frank, of course, puts his shotgun down because he doesn't want to, shoot anybody else.
Please.
And they both reach down, grab your arms, and hoist you up. And just as you're, it's the ramp is just about level when they hoist you on, and you make it into the back of the plane, and the plane shuts. The cargo bay shuts, and you can feel the plane start to take off up the run. Take off into the air.
Yay!
What would you like to do, knowing that you just alerted a plane full of baddies,
like 5 or 6,
that you are in the back?
How many of them are in arm's length from me?
Oh,
You don't see any of them yet.
Oh,
Do any of these guys, like either the equipment they're wearing or the two guys that Frank just like wasted, are any of them wearing grenades or flashbangs or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Well, is this the plane full of boxes and crates and stuff?
The plane is full of boxes and crates.
yeah,
I
we
say
should all
we hide
work
behind a
together.
few of them and, wait for some guys to come out. Come investigate the sound of the shotgun.
I think the two of you should just run through the crates and be like, they're right behind us.
That's
Yeah.
not a bad idea
Like
either.
you're effectively dressed like stormtroopers.
You're incognito.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. no,
I'm
that makes
also
sense.
really interested in what's in these crates, though. So I'm
We don't have
feeling
time for
We
that.
can figure that out once we stop the plane.
All right, you guys. But are you sure?
She's
Yeah.
like,
What
these
if
are all.
this-
She's like, these are all labeled Uncrustables, and Doug just disappears for a half hour.
They could be raspberry Pop Tarts, and what if we miss our bonuses because we don't need our raspberry Pop Tarts?
And then she cracks on. She's like, "Oh, they're cherry. Gross. It's not."
They're
what it
all
said."
labeled s'mores Pop Tarts,
Yeah.
so she just keeps running.
Yeah. So what do we want to do? Is it are Frank and Doug gonna run to the front of the plane and say that Ghost and Andy are in back of them, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
okay?
So I will motion to Frank. As
Actually,
Frank is running, I'll motion to Frank and be like, "Toss me the shotgun."
no.
It's actually right behind you on the floor. I put
All
it
right.
down so I could grab
We
it.
don't want him running through with a shotgun because that's not how they're armed.
That's true.
You guys, I'd like to actually run up and try to convince them that we've already taken care of the
Oh, okay.
people.
Yeah, you run up and you see there's about 4 of them immediately, and then there are 6 more just in the the galley part of the plane, and they're all just kind of checking out their guns, holding them up, inspecting them. One of them's kind of like sharpening a knife. And but 4 of them were headed back towards your way, towards the cargo part of the plane, and you're face to face with 4 of them. Frank and Doug are both face to face.
Everyone stop. Don't worry, we've already taken care of the targets. Can I roll for
Nothing to see
persuasion
here.
them?
Everything's fine now. Situation normal.
Yeah, situation normal. Yeah, please give me a roll for that. Frank, also give me a roll for so that you kind of blend in and so that you don't give yourself away.
Okay, so smooth
Okay.
and style, because I need to be styled exactly like them, right?
I think you need to I guess so. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go with that.
I was gonna say I was thinking stealth to kind of blend in.
Yeah. I think Frank, that's perfect for you.
Okay. Well, that's a pair.
I
Okay.
got 2 pairs.
Yeah, I just got a single pair.
Okay.
2 pairs. Now I want to re-roll this one, and I do have a free re-roll for all rolls made to lie, persuade, compromise, or bargain.
Okay.
But I'm just blending in right now. So I guess
I
that's
thought you were
But
telling
you
them.
but I thought you told them that you took out the targets.
yeah, I did. But you said to give a roll for if we blend
I've got to
in.
try
Oh,
and
Frank
blend in.
is. No, Frank is.
Yeah. Frank has to, but you
Oh, sorry.
are definitely negotiating here
Got it. Sorry.
because
I
they're
am
coming up on both of you.
them
So
too.
some of them are going to look at Frank and some of them are going to deal with you.
Doug's like,
Okay.
we're all on the same team. See how we're dressed, comrades,
Yeah. So what did you
How do you do
roll,
it? You
Doug?
can't prove anything.
My reroll that I normally would get didn't pass, so I get a free reroll because I'm persuading them.
Okay.
So we're gonna try this one more time. Yes, I got another 3.
Okay.
So I got 3 of a kind and a pair.
They stop, and one of them looks at Frank and says, "Your issued rifle there. You have full ammo for that? Yeah. You've got enough in that clip? You ready? You ready to go on this mission?"
Oh yeah, you know it.
All right. And then the other one says, "So you took out the targets, huh?"
Yes, that's right. Absolutely.
What targets are we talking about?
Didn't you hear that shotgun?
Yeah, we heard the shotgun. Yeah. What was going on back there?
So
A couple
I don't
guys were
really
trying
know.
to rush in.
Yeah, there was some invaders trying to steal our cargo or something. I don't know what they were doing. But we KO'd them off the plane. They're dead.
Were they just? You think they were just like thieves or something? Is that?
Yeah, I think so. I think they were trying to steal our Pop-Tarts.
No.
Oh, we were doing so good.
Oh no!
No.
So they go.
You're what?
What was that? What was that?
They were trying to steal from us. They were trying to steal our cargo, I said.
Well,
The wink.
so what? Why?
What?
What? Why didn't you just let them?
Why didn't I let them steal the cargo?
Yeah.
Because.
So you made a bigger scene by killing them? You know that's not what we were supposed to do.
I
Listen.
missed that day of training.
Uh-oh.
What I'm supposed to do and what you're supposed to do might be slightly different. I think the boss gave me different orders. I don't think you know what I'm supposed to do.
I think we're all.
I was brought here to paint the town red, and I fully intend on doing that.
She's like, I don't know if you know, but I'm Doug Shute. And wait, whoops.
Both those guys go, yeah, I think you probably need to talk to the boss because it seems like you're not on the same page with the rest of us. And I'm sure
let's talk to the
he'll
boss.
probably want to know. And so he gestures you two forward past them, and they kind of like step out of the way, so that you can walk towards the front of the plane.
Thank you so much. Don't mind if I do.
Frank, what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna shake my head and make my way up with Doug.
So as you walk past the four of them, they immediately take out their rifles and they aim them right at you, to your backs as you proceed up the front of the plane.
So,
and
Doug,
they basically march you to the front of the plane.
As soon as they turn around, I'm gonna creep up behind and Mr. Sandman the two that are closest to me, and then work my way through them.
Okay.
I'm just gonna watch. I'm a little out of breath.
Do you
if you haven't noticed?
Do you still have the earpiece in?
I do.
Andy? Okay, yeah. Over the earpiece, you kind of hear chatter, and you hear like there's something weird going on back of the plane. You might want to come back and take a look at it. You can tell that they're like the whole plane now is alerted to the fact that there's something weird going on in the back of the plane. And go ahead, Ghost, and
So
go ahead, Ghost.
I will sort of do one of these towards the shotgun for Andy, where you said it's on the ramp still. So the guys,
it kind of slid down the ramp.
So,
Oh, I'm assuming the ramp is closed now.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll sort of point it at the shotgun, and then I'm going to again like pull my knives out again and come up behind these guys that are all four of them are just escorting them up front and take out the first two, I guess.
she's looking at the shotgun, and when she picks it up, it is that scene in Friends where Rachel is holding Ben for the first time and is like, "This is how I would hold a football." That is how she's holding the shotgun.
She's holding it. Ew.
She's like, "Eh."
All right. So first guy. I got 2 pairs, so I will re-roll the other 2. I got 3 of a kind and 2 of a kind. That's a good combo. I like that.
We'll say that you take out one of them, and you do it quietly, so the other person that's next to them does not notice that they've taken out. But now you still have 3.
All right. I don't know if I can get. I don't think I can get all 4 before they realize it. But how many actions do I get in a standard turn? I don't want to like.
You basically get one. I think like a short and a long. So this is basically you got yours. Basically with the smaller success, you basically you took him out and became unnoticed.
Okay.
That was how if you hadn't rolled that pair along with the 3 of a kind, he would have crumpled to the floor, and everybody would have turned around and noticed that you were there.
Okay. So I will then, after I take out the first guy, I will catch him and put him in a seat and duck behind the first stack of pallets or whatever is like, there.
Yeah. Sure. Andy, what would you like to do?
Figure out how to use a shotgun.
Okay.
Aim the angry end at someone.
Okay.
I think you know how a shotgun works because you've seen.
I know in theory, but I've never used one.
Right. So we'll say that if you wanted to use it, you probably could, and it might not always work. Might not take out what you wanted to take out.
Okay.
A shotgun definitely sprays like, so it doesn't just hit one single spot. It's going to spray out. So it might hit other things that you might not intend it to hit.
So, yeah.
Maybe not right now. So I'm going to keep the shotgun with me, but I'm going to start knowing that the clock is ticking on us. I'm going to start poking around, trying to see if I can find anything that we're looking for. Because we're looking for that black suitcase and Man in Black.
Okay.
I know we're still towards the back of the plane, but they're...
you just have those those crates of cargo in the back.
I'm going to start poking through. Yeah, I'm going to start poking through those. So, detect...
go for it.
Text and focus. So I'm going to start looking at that. I have 3 of a kind. I have a pair. And
nice.
3 kind and a pair.
You open up one of the crates, and it took a little while to, you did it so that nobody really noticed you. And inside, you see another smaller crate. Or actually, there's probably 2 or 3 smaller crates.
Okay.
And you open up one of them, and it just looks like you see $100 bills stacked up.
Okay.
In the crate.
Okay.
Nice.
It's money laundering. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just keep moving through and just slowly, while everything else is going on, while they're coming towards trying to investigate where Ghost and I are, I'm gonna keep looking and seeing if I can find anything besides money.
All right. Frank and Doug, you're making your way through the front of through the plane. You get to a spot where you see, like I said, you see all these special agents, bad guys dressed in black, and they're all kind of looking at their weapons, making sure that they're all in good working order. And as you come into this area that they're all kind of getting ready, you see a guy dressed in a black suit. He's got a tie. He does not have any gear on, but he says, he looks over at everybody and says, "Everything's going according to plan. Prepare to jump." And you see him grab a parachute, and he puts it on. And as he's putting on the parachute, you see that he has a black briefcase that is handcuffed to one of his wrists, and he's starting to put his parachute on, and you see the others grab parachutes and start to put them on as well.
Okay. Do we see where they're going to jump?
No, but as you are walking through and getting a little bit closer, you see one of them, one of the bad guys, open up the side of the plane door, and it opens up, and a whole burst of wind comes through the plane, and you can see them as they're, that's basically they're going to jump out the side of the plane. And everything's just kind of windy in the
Is
middle
there
of
a
the plane.
parachute? Are there parachutes near us? Can I grab a parachute?
There are not.
Okay, great. We were told to come
They're
see
all
the
up. They're all up.
I'd like to yell out at everybody that we were told to come see the boss. Who's the boss? Or where's the boss? I know who the boss is. I definitely know who the boss is.
Hey, you in the shirt and tie who looks important. Do you know where the boss is? Have you seen him around anywhere?
I know who I'm looking for, but I want to make sure you know
Yeah.
who I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Hey.
He kind of looks at
Please
he
don't
kind of looks
shoot.
at you. kind of looks at you. Looks kind of. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Oh my God, what have I done here?
You did this. You
Don't
encouraged
get
I
paid
know.
enough for this.
I know.
Uh,
He looks at both Frank and Doug, and he's just kind of confused as to why you guys aren't getting ready, and then he sees the fact that you guys are being escorted by three people in back of you with rifles drawn to your back, and he just kind of really starts to kind of like looks like he's hurrying, and he starts buckling his parachute so that he can jump out of this plane even quicker. What are you guys doing?
Is he in front of the door?
Yeah, he's basically tightening all the parachute apparatus so that he can
All right.
jump.
Frank,
How many guys are there?
There's 6 in that area, and then there's 3 in back of you.
Frank, we have to get the briefcase at all costs.
Oh God! So as soon as I hear the wind whistling when they open the door, and or that guy says we got to jump, and I hear that door, I'm gonna pop out from behind the crates and just like I put my knives away, I'll draw my pistols, I'm gonna start lighting up those fucking fools. Like I'll try to pick up the 3 guys that are behind them. Like I'm gonna take them out first.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah,
I mean,
go
hopefully
for
not.
it.
So I know it said in the book like 2 pistols doesn't give you any bonuses other than like basically I can't have a jam or run out of ammo because you would just switch to the other gun.
Sure.
So I think I can still just shoot at one guy. Right? I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay. What do I have for shoot? Okay.
Frank, Radio back to Andy. Tell her we need help. Tell her we need everybody up here.
I get three of a kind and a pair.
Okay. Yeah.
Does
you
the
totally
pair
take
do
out.
anything, or should I like roll to see if I get more successes?
The pair kind of gives you a little bit of an extra bonus if you want to use it. Like it's kind of like a stunt almost.
Okay, then so I will pop out, shoot one of the guys, and then I guess like duck back into cover.
Okay, that's fine. So,
I hear the gunshot
yeah.
go off, and I stop stuffing money places. And take the shotgun.
you notice are you taking money and stuffing it in your pockets?
Yes.
Yeah, you grab these crates of money, and you notice you start stuffing your pockets until you notice that it's not real money.
Yeah.
It just looks like the top layer is printed money, but the rest of it's all blank
Great.
underneath it.
Great. That's fun. So I don't like have a lot in my pockets. I'm just kind of like rifling through them and like checking what I put in my pockets when I hear the gunshot go off, and so I'm like, oh, grab the shotgun, come out, like, what do I do? What do I do?
Doug, I'll be right back. I have to go take out the dogs. Hang on 1 second.
Sure. So while that is going on, so Ghost took out one of them. Frank, you and Doug are up at the front, or near the galley where all of these other 6 other guys are. So there's 2 in back of you, 6 in front of you, and the man in black, in the black suit, and he's got this nice black thin tie, and he's kind of got a goatee and slick back hair, and got a really nice suit on with cufflinks.
Oh, cufflinks.
And yeah, he kind of looks at both of you, and with his non-briefcase hand, he kind of holds up and kind of plays with his cufflinks, and in his hand, you see a remote detonator.
I want to
just Doug and Frank see this.
I am jumping at this guy. Like, I want to just run and jump and grab him out of the plane so that we both start falling.
Okay. You're gonna have to get past. You're gonna get past six guys to do it. So I'm gonna say it is.
I'm gonna try and.
You need a 5 of a kind in order for it to work.
Okay, so I've got 3 for nerves, as I got nerves of steel.
Okay.
And stunt. 3 for stunt. I got stunt.
Sure.
This is definitely a stunt, right?
Wait, yep. And does Frank want to try to help you? Is this Frank?
Frank's going to try and tackle a guy or 2 as close, near him.
Okay. Yeah, try to just like double.
Yeah, just try and just kind of bear hug a couple of them, but just like push them up against the side of the plane.
I'll give you an extra die for that, Doug.
All right.
Is it weird addressing yourself in the third person?
It's very weird. It's very weird.
Can I also just like reach in my pocket as I'm running and take a bite of an Uncrustable to give me like 1 extra boost?
Oh God.
Sure, I'll allow it. We'll give you an adrenaline point for that. You can use it immediately.
Is Uncrustables code for cocaine?
Yes. This is a family program, Jake.
I'm just saying. I don't know. Let's see.
Not.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got 3 pairs, which doesn't help me.
Nope.
Okay, so you said I need 5 of a kind.
Yep.
Is that what you said? So in the spirit of needing 5s, I'm gonna re-roll everything that's not a 5.
Not just 5 of just 5 of the same. It does.
I know,
oh,
but
okay.
I need 5 of a kind, right? So it doesn't help me to keep
Okay.
3 pair.
Okay.
2 more 5, so now I have 4 of a kind. Does that mean I can roll one more time because I improved?
You can go all in, and if you don't improve it, you lose it all.
Oh, I'm going all in. All in.
So scared.
Yes, I got another 5. I got 5 fives.
Oh my
Because
god! Oh my god! Okay, so
I guess
Frank
it always works. for
double
this table.
clotheslines 2 of them, of the 6 that are in front of you. You do like this weird run where you like parkour over these 2 guys that are going to jump out and leap after you. You like flying kick one of them into a storage closet, and the other one you just kind of karate chop in the chest, and he goes flying back. And yeah, you make it up to the man in black with the suitcase, and you want to tackle him so that you both fly out the door and you're falling out of the plane.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
He has,
Okay.
he has the detonator and he has his parachute. His parachute is fully on, right?
It is fully on.
You know you could just tackle him into the plane.
But
Yeah.
What kind of action movie would it be if we did that?
Well, I mean,
So-
like if you tackle him out of the plane, he could still blow up the plane.
Not if I get the detonator out of his hand.
But if he's in the plane, he definitely won't blow up the plane.
Oh man.
So as you're tackling the man in black,
I shoot Doug.
and you are
Wow.
you're falling. And the man in black grabs the detonator and clicks it with his thumb, and all you hear is beep 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 beep. And behind you, above you, a big explosion rocks the middle of the plane.
We knew that was coming.
Oh shit.
And the front half of the plane
Everybody
just
jump.
starts nosediving, and the other half starts to fall. And basically the plane is busted in half and falling rapidly.
Please tell me I made it to the
And
front half of the plane at
Titanic?
this point.
The 3 of you are now falling in this plane.
Oh no.
What would you like to do?
Are we in the half that has the wings or the half that doesn't have the wings?
You have the half that, we'll say it does have the wings.
Okay.
There's plenty of guys with parachutes around. Just grab one.
You're flying. We can't hear you.
Yeah, Doug's not here anymore. Doug left the building. What do you guys want to do? I will literally look at the 2 of them and I'll be like, I can either run to the front and see if we can crash safely, like into a lake or something, or we can try to grab. I'm assuming there's like extra parachutes up the top over the seats.
Yeah, all the 4 bad guys that Doug outran and kind of evaded, they all had parachutes on them.
Okay. I'm gonna
Are there
cross
any
the
other
shotgun.
parachutes here?
Yeah, they're still there. Yeah. We'll say that they're, you could take them off those bodies if you wanted
But it's
to.
only those 4 parachutes that we know of.
There probably was others, because there was others in the plane along with you, because they were all supposed to jump out at the same time. So, well, I mean, it would be kind of bad to. I mean, but maybe he is that evil, and he would have.
I'm more just thinking. I'm more just thinking
some
like
of his
it
bad
would take
guys in it.
it would take less time to put on a parachute than to take off a parachute and put on a parachute. So that's what I'm saying. If there's other parachutes like on the walls, like above their seats.
Yeah, we'll say that the 4 that kind of detained you guys, that detained Doug and Frank, hadn't put on their parachutes yet, and so that there's 4 that probably are loose somewhere on the plane. They might not be hanging up now because of the explosion,
But they're in that area.
But they're in that area.
So,
and by the way, the whole front of the plane's gone, and it's just like, you're basically free falling, and there's wind gushing by you, and things getting like blown around and like coming loose, and like it's really bad, like right now for the 3 of you.
I'm gonna try to grab the wall, and if I see Frank or Andy, whoever's near me, I'm gonna try to grab them and pull them up to the wall. Because all these cargo planes would have like that like webbing.
Yeah, that like line on
that netting, sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hook my arm through the webbing and grab whoever I can grab and pull them up to the webbing. And then like whoever's near me, like if I can get both of them, I'll get both of them. If I can get one of them, I'll get one of them, and just like pull them up to the wall.
Yeah. I think Frank's right up there with you. I think Frank was right near Doug. So yeah,
Andy's,
I think
Andy's probably the closest to me. If I was in the back shooting.
Yeah.
So then I'll grab Andy and I'll pull her up against the wall.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, and I had just tackled a couple of guys.
Yeah. You have 2 of them like right near you that you could take off their parachutes and put them on pretty easily without having to like maneuver through the plane to find like the spare parachutes somewhere else.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to strip one off one of those guys.
Okay. So yeah, you during all this chaoticness, you're just kind of frantically taking this parachute off, putting it on you, and you're watching Ghost and Andy try to
struggle.
What are you guys doing?
So I'll tell Andy to follow me, and I'll pull myself along until I grab a parachute.
Okay.
And then I put that parachute on her.
Oh.
Okay.
And then I will grab a second one. And since I'm assuming we don't have a lot of time, I'm just gonna slip my arm through it, and then like put the backpack on, not worry about the straps, and just push us out the back of the plane.
Okay.
But I'm holding onto her. I'm holding onto her straps.
Okay.
So because
Sounds
I'm
good.
assuming. So I will say to Andy, have you ever gone skydiving before?
Nope.
Okay. So as soon as I ask her that, we go out the back of the plane.
Cool.
As soon as we're clear of like the flames and the wreckage and whatever, and I'm going to look around for the other half of the plane, but at this point it should be further away from us than realistic. So I will pull her cord and then let go. So she should be good. All she has to do now is just let gravity do its job. Like she doesn't need to do anything else.
Yes.
Okay. We'll pause before. So Andy's got the parachute. She's now floating down. Ghost is fairly close to her, but now plummeting faster because he does not have his parachute open. Frank, what are you doing?
I will be right back.
Following Doug out the window to try and catch up with them.
Sure, the window's gone. It's blown off the front of the plane. But yeah, you can jump out the front of the plane and no problem. What you do notice, so now you are all free falling out of this plane. You now realize that the back of the plane has opened up with that blast, and those cargo boxes are now falling out of the back of the plane, and they're kind of like getting in your way, and they might collide with you as you're falling down this in the sky. Doug, what are you doing with the man in black at this point? The man in black just kind of looks up at the explosion, looks at you, and just kind of smirks, and doesn't say a thing.
Yeah. So I am just. He still has a hold of the briefcase, right? Oh, because it's attached to his wrist. my only objective is to get the briefcase and to not die. So I'm going to try and fight. Let's see. Yeah.
You guys are plummeting to your.
Yeah, I know. So I just wanna like, I have my knife. I got a knife when I got this new outfit, right?
Yeah.
Look at this cool knife I got.
So
It came with these pants.
So I'd just like to try and slit this guy's throat. And that way I can have control over.
So you're holding on to this guy for dear life as you're falling to the earth.
Yeah.
And you're taking one hand and you are trying to grab your knife so you can stab him.
In the throat, yeah.
In the throat. Give me a roll for that. It's going to be super hard.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so it's fight and nerves. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
That's not Yahtzee. That's two of a kind. And I will roll the other two. And 3 of a kind and 2 of a kind.
Yeah, we'll say that you reach for your knife. The guy kind of tries to elbow you so that you don't fall off of him, but you stay grabbed tight onto him so you don't fall off of him. But you reach for your knife and it's there, but it's in its holster and you have to actually undo it in order to take it out. So you're basically struggling with this guy in the air. Frank and Ghost, I need you each to roll me a d6 and tell me what you roll, please.
I got a 6.
I got a 5.
Oh, that's not good, Ghost.
Get out of here.
Did you let go of Andy?
Yeah, I pulled her cord. I figure when the plane broke in half.
Yeah.
In half, we got out, I'm assuming, relatively quickly. So I pulled the cord. So she should be like at least semi-slowed down or in the process of slowing down.
For sure.
And
you're still careening towards. Yeah. So you kind of just put your parachute on like a backpack, right?
Yeah, my plan was after I do that, sort of like get away from her so I don't get tangled up in her.
Yeah,
and then while I'm doing that, try to do up the straps because I mean, I don't know how high we are, but
sure. No, that's totally fine.
We've all seen Point Break. I mean, come on.
Right. Yeah, see the thing is you went to go put your straps on and you went to put to reinforce your parachute, and when you did that, it actually a gust of wind came up, and it flew your parachute right off your back, and now you're just free falling with no parachute on at all.
Well, that's fine. I'll just sort of fly towards someone that's falling out of the plane that's unconscious with a parachute on because we're all falling at the same speed.
What? I missed something.
Basically,
if I see Frank, again, any one of the guys off the plane, I'm going to make a beeline for.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Frank,
this
your
is
parachute.
not the first time that Ghost has been falling out of a plane without a parachute.
Sure.
But he's a nobody.
And we all know how things ended up in Beirut. So,
Frank, what would you like to do with? You actually have a really nice working parachute.
I'm gonna try and make a beeline for Doug and the Man in Black.
Okay. So you see Doug and the Man in Black kind of scuffling. Also, you see that you look up and you see Andy safely like floating down in her parachute. You also see Ghost is as you're watching. You see Ghost just all of a sudden his parachute just flies up and separates from him. You also start to see these cargo boxes start to fall down towards your way in the air, and they could probably take out you or Ghost. If you're not too careful, if you're not paying attention. But yeah, you want to go. You still want to go towards Doug and the Man in Black.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of you position yourself so that you start to fall over towards that way. You've done skydiving. I'm assuming you're pretty well trained in that field, and kind of dodge a few of the crates as they're flying by past you. And we'll say you get pretty caught up to where Doug and the Man in Black are scuffling. What's Andy doing right now as she's floating down on this parachute?
I
checking
Trying-
Facebook, doing some updates.
trying not to freak out. She's never skydived. She's never considered doing anything like that in her life. So she's just kind of just trying to keep. She's very cool on the outside, but she is incredibly distressed right now.
Sure.
Isn't she the best at everything, though?
What?
Isn't she what?
Aren't you the best at everything?
No, I've never been wrong before.
Oh, you've never been wrong before. Sorry. Okay.
You see down below down below you see Ghost kind of falling without a parachute. You see his parachute speed past you as you're floating down. You see these cargo boxes falling out of the plane. There's some of them are whizzing past you as well. You see Ghost. You see Frank kind of maneuver his way over to where Doug and the Man in Black are, and you know that
really
below you is like the ocean.
Good.
But off to the west is a beach that you could probably is some land, and you could probably, if you wanted to maneuver your parachute, you could probably fly, kind of go over to where land on ground instead of water if you wanted to.
That'd be nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good.
Cool. Doug, what are you doing? Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. Now the Man in Black is going to headbutt Doug so that he's off of. He's not grabbing a hold of him. Please give me some sort of roll to offset that.
What should I roll? Maybe
You tell me.
Awareness or detect, and
It's probably just fight, right? Unless it's endure. Are you trying to just take it?
I'm trying to just continue to hold on. If he's, we're right next to each other. I think the odds of me avoiding the headbutt are probably pretty slim, but the odds of me letting go are pretty low because I'm not letting go of this. This is my briefcase. I don't know when to.
I'd say probably. Say probably brawn and fight.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I can do brawn and fight.
Yeah,
okay. I could see an argument for any three of those. Either brawn endure to take it, brawn and fight to keep grappling, or brawn and force to force the guy not to do that.
I'm gonna do brawn and fight.
Okay.
I got a pair, so I'm gonna re-roll the rest. Oh, 4 of a kind.
Okay. Yeah, you you go to he goes to headbutt you. You move out of the way and totally avoid it. And
Because I'm Doug Shoot.
that's right. And you also
Seems
see
to admit
the.
this.
I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to reward you somehow, so that just besides just getting a really good success, you got a 4 of a kind. So let's say that. What's that?
Can I also swing around so that he is closest to the crate that's falling towards us, so that it hits
Sure.
him instead of me?
Yeah, let's do that. So you kind of position yourself so that it hits him. You're still holding on to him, of course, but you like kind of like push him in the way of a crate, and it hits the side of him. You hear oh, and then you guys start barrel rolling in the air because this crate just hit him with full force of falling, of course.
Yeah.
Frank, you see all this happening in front of you. This crate whiz past you. You see Doug kind of position himself with this with Man in Black. You get hit with the crate, and they're just kind of just spinning like this. What would you like to do?
I throw Frank the rest of the Uncrustable.
It just disappears into the sky.
Yeah,
Hits me in the face.
Frank was not ready for it, and it kind of just smacks him in the face, and then flies back up into the.
Oh man!
Lick that jelly off.
He now has jelly. Now has jelly that's slowly like going up the side of his face because he's falling in like.
And it's just out of reach of his tongue, so he doesn't get any sort of like payoff.
Yeah, he doesn't get any kind of. Yeah.
Let him roll.
Poor guy.
Michelle goes to take a bump, and Oliver Cook's just like.
Actually, can I grab onto the crate as it's going by to just kind of pull me along towards them?
Yeah, give me some sort of grappling or some sort of roll for that.
What makes sense?
Yes.
Well, brawn and endure, I'm thinking.
Sure.
See, yes.
Well, that's 3 of a kind and 2 a pair right there.
Awesome. Yeah, you
last one.
You
that's 4 of a kind and a pair.
Awesome. Yeah, you have this crate. You grab a hold of the crate. You actually notice that the crate has its own parachute on it as well, like a cargo parachute, like if it were going to be like airdrop down. You are on that crate, and you said you're on it as it's hitting the Man in Black.
Yeah, just as it's flying over my shoulder, I just grab onto it to kind of pull me towards the Man in Black and Doug.
Yeah, you do that, and you're right there. You're either on that crate that hit him, or you can be on another crate. It's up to you. Which, if you wanted to do that, like before that altercation with Doug happened, or after, it's up to you.
Probably right before.
We can kind of go back.
So that way it pulls me right to them.
Sure. Okay. So you're right there. You hit the Man in Black. They go tumbling. You're falling a little bit faster, but they're kind of spinning there in the air. But you're again fairly close to each other. You have a parachute on. The cargo box also has a parachute on it. Ghost, what are you doing at this point? You're just free falling and trying to.
Does any of the cargo have Does any of the cargo have like airdrop chutes on it or anything?
Sure. I mean, the one next to Frank did, so I would assume that the other ones probably did as well.
So I'll aim it. Like I said, I'll aim myself at whatever is closest, whether it's an unconscious soldier wearing a backpack, Frank, a falling crate, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say there's a falling crate. You also see some of the guys that were in the plane come whizzing past you. They actually have like those. You notice that their suits
Are they wearing wingsuits?
They have like wingsuits and backpacks, and they have the parachutes on as well. And you see a few of them just kind of whiz past you head first, and they're just flying past you. But yeah, you jump onto one of the crates, and you know that you could probably activate the parachute if you wanted to land along with it.
Okay, so having jumped before, how much time do I think we have a free fall? Like, again, if nobody has gone skydiving before, you typically have about a minute or so of free fall, and then that's it. You're too low. So
yeah.
I'm assuming that all of this has happened within like 30 seconds. So
oh yeah. It's definitely lasted. It's gone a lot quicker than what we've played it out to. I'm just trying to, just like in the movies, things
sure.
happen
Yeah, no,
not in real time, of course.
So
we'll say that there's probably one more round before it's the point of no return.
So then now that I'm on top of the crate, I'm gonna like grab onto where the actual cargo chute would deploy, and I'm gonna grab an armful of the webbing, and then with my pistol, I'm gonna try to shoot one of the wingsuit guys to at least narrow down the odds for Frank and Doug before I'm out of time.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that was good. So I got 4 2s, and I'm going to reroll the other 2. Yeah, just 4 2s. The other 2 didn't do anything. So I have 4 2s. So
yeah, I'll say you pull out your pistol. You have a pistol, you said?
Yep.
And you plink off one of the guys that is. And you see him like in his jumpsuit that's just kind of flying, and then all of a sudden you see him get hit, and he's just like, instead of like being like head first, you can see him just kind of like start to flail, and then like he just and he starts falling and free falling, and he's gonna end up in the ocean.
What was that noise? What was that noise?
It's pretty good.
The dying Muppet.
Yeah.
So then I'm just gonna like put my pistol away and pull the cargo chute.
Okay. Yeah. You all of a sudden you hold on to the netting. The parachute comes out. You kind of get jerked back a little bit, but you're holding on tight, and you're going to fall down. You're going to end up into the water basically because you can't control this cargo. Andy, are you making your way towards the beach? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Yeah, you've safely navigated. Yeah, you've safely navigated over there, and you know that like within a few minutes you're gonna land safely on the beach. And I'll have you roll for your landing here in a second.
Beautiful.
Frank and Doug, what are you doing? Now have you both gone? No, you haven't both gone since the bad guy tried to headbutt.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I would like to, we're spinning, so I just want to pull the parachute so that we stop spinning. So I make sure that I'm locked in on bad guys.
Are you like bear hugging him from the front? How are you gonna do that so that like you don't you don't get belted with this parachute on his back?
So he's got, because his parachute's a backpack. So I have my arm. I'm gonna put my arm in through the front of his backpack. So the front, like not bear hugging him at all. I'm holding on to the backpack, not him.
Yeah, but it's gonna come out the backpack.
Yeah, and my arm's gonna be through the backpack strap.
On the front side?
On the front side.
So if he was to shrug off the backpack, somehow. Like I'm not understanding the visual. So the straps are
Yeah,
around
but-
him, and you're holding through the straps, which is very breakable with extra weight if all of your weight is just on the straps. Right.
Yeah, he in order for the parachute to come out, it's got to come out the back. So if you're blocking that
That's
from
why
coming out,
I'm not holding the back. I'm not holding him from the back.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you got behind him.
No,
yeah, I
she's
thought
like
you got behind him.
so if
No,
correct
I'm
me
just
if I'm wrong, Mesh. So you
and then
have
my arms through the straps in front of him. It's like I'm
Like-
just holding onto the front of him.
so
And
are
I
you
am
face
in
to
front
face with him or back to front?
face
Are you
to face.
face
Face to face.
You're face to face. Okay, so you're holding onto
Point break.
the
It's point break.
straps.
It's point break.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that because I didn't want this parachute to make you go flying.
Oh,
off
Yeah,
of
as
them.
it comes
Okay.
out, it just takes her.
Yeah, that was kind of was like, okay, we can do this, but it's going to create a
No.
whole bunch of other problems. Okay.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm done.
So you-
Shoot, I'm not that ridiculous. Okay,
I mean, you are pretty ridiculous.
pretty ridiculous, but I'm not that ridiculous.
So yeah, you pull his strap again. It just kind of the parachute comes bursting out, kind of like unfolds. You all kind of like jerk a little bit, and yeah, Frank, what are you doing?
Well, I'll probably. I'm still on the crate. I'll probably throw the chute on the crate
Okay.
and kind of coast along with it for now. Watching
Okay.
what's happening with the Doug guy in black
You see
situation.
Doug and you see them kind of just like start floating up past you because you're going to fall at a much faster rate than they are because they've got the parachute now slowing them down.
Yeah.
But they're going to probably land just fine as
Okay.
long as they all stay attached to each other.
Well, as long as they all stay attached to each other, I'd rather throw my chute so that way I have control about where I'm going, as opposed to
Sure.
just going with the wind flow
The
of
crate.
wherever the crate's chute ends up
Sure.
doing it.
Okay, so you're going to activate your chute and
Yep.
go down. Okay. Yeah. So in the meantime, the Men in Black is going to just look kind of again, look square in the eyes of Doug and say, "You don't know what you're messing with," and he's just going to try to punch Doug right in the head with. And use the suitcase as well to kind of just clock him towards the head so that he lets go. Doug, what are you doing?
That suitcase is mine. I would like
Well, you got
to
to dodge it. It's aimed right towards your head right now.
It's
Yeah,
definitely yours.
I would like to dodge it. I'd like to dodge his attack and also attempt to shoot him if I can.
You'd have to dodge him first.
I'll dodge him.
So it's going to be 4 of a kind at least because you're such close quarters, and he's got that briefcase that he's just whipping around.
Fight and smooth.
Why smooth?
Because I have to be super smooth to be able to dodge it.
Okay.
Like super slick, you know? Like
Yeah.
I gotta be able to like eat the Uncrustable and dodge at the same time. Super smooth stuff.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. We got 2 5s. It's not a very good start. Let's see. No. Nah, no. I got a pair. Oh, I got two
All right.
pair.
So, yeah, 2 pair.
Two pair.
Yeah, you take two points of grit damage, and you get hit side the head with the suitcase. It kind of stuns you for a second, but you still hold on to the man in black. You are distracting him so much that you're not going to land probably where you want to. But Andy, you're about to land on the beach. Give me a roll for landing on the beach, please.
Smooth and dexterity sound right?
Sure.
Sure.
And we'll say it's a 3 of a kind in order to land. Since you've basically been, smooth sailing all the way down. You get
What'd
it?
you get?
Nope.
You didn't get 3 of a kind?
Nope.
Okay. What did you get?
Nope.
Did you get any successes at all? They're all individual. Okay. We'll say that you as the sand gets closer and closer, you try to brace yourself for impact, but your foot kind of like misjudges the softness of the beach, and you just start to
I'm a burrito.
tumble. Yeah, you start to tumble and we'll say that you take 3 points of grit damage as well.
Okay. Sure.
And
I'm a
you kind of
burrito,
hit
too.
some rocks. Yeah, you kind of hit some rocks and some driftwood and all that.
It'll take me a little while to get out of here, so we're fine.
Yeah, you get kind of tangled up in the parachute. Let's go to Ghost. Ghost, you're falling in this part in this cargo crate, and yeah, you're gonna end up in the ocean.
So can I see what's in this crate?
Fake money.
Oh, they're all the same. Okay.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, they all have fake $100.
I was like, maybe there's like a cool rubber raft or a jet ski or.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. Well, okay, so then once I get close to the water, like where I'm not going to kill myself, I'll wait till I'm like, 10 or 20 feet up. I'm going to dive off the crate towards the island and just start swimming.
Sure.
I make sure all my stuff is all, secured. My holsters are all snapped down, all that stuff. And I'll just jump in and start swimming.
Frank, what are you, can you give me a roll for landing with your parachute? Because you are also kept your own parachute, and you gave yourself time to kind of direct yourself over to the beach.
Okay.
It's a good doggo.
Probably going to be focused and
Snuggle.
probably going to be Let's see what I got.
Oh my God.
That's 3 of a kind.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you get lowered down and you judge it just right, and perfect landing. You just walk. You kind of like run, and you run with the parachute a little bit, and then slowly down to a walk, and the parachute falls behind you. Land safely, no problems.
Lucky.
Almost like I've done it before.
like it's just second nature. Like you do it, almost like you do it every day. Doug, what are you doing at this point? You are now going to end up in the water since you've distracted the man in black most of this time.
Yeah, it's not looking great for Doug. Mostly, I just want this briefcase. So
you know that based on the velocity that you're going, and since you didn't the parachute did not deploy with enough time, you're going to hit the water with pretty severe impact.
What?
Yeah.
What are you? Wow. Okay.
I mean, you'll slow down. You're not gonna get you're not gonna get like killed or anything, but it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna take a lot to kind of keep attached to this man in black.
So I get like one more action before I hit the water, kind of thing.
Basically, you can try to stay a hold of the man in black and have it be a 5 of a kind, or you can let go of the man in black and try to survive the impact of the water on your own and swim toward shore, and try to stay unscathed that way, and that'll only be a 3 of a kind. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
I would like to
you'd basically do what Ghost did by jumping off the crate and swimming towards the coast.
Yeah, but I don't really know when to stop. So, and I do have my painting glasses on. So
of course you do.
I'm still kind of fighting this guy, and I want to try and get him underneath me so that he takes the brunt of the impact, and then maybe I can like try to shoot the handcuff off of his wrist so that I can take the briefcase back to shore, because that's what I really want to do, and I don't really know when to stop. So let's paint the town red.
Okay. Well, to survive holding on to him and bracing for impact, you have to roll 5 of a kind. So roll. Give me a roll.
You have to roll 5 of a kind.
You have to roll 5 of a kind.
Okay. A roll for nerves, because I feel like this takes some pretty strong nerves, and then fight, because we're still fighting, or stunt, whichever.
Okay.
They're both these. Yeah. That's all I got. Let's see if I can do this. I got 3 6s. That is a good start. All right.
That's a good start.
It's a good start. That's probably.
Yep.
Come on. That's not any more 6s. I got 3 of a kind and 2 pair.
Okay, so you got 3 of a kind and 2 pair?
Yep. 3 of a
Do
kind
you
and 2
want
pair.
to risk it? Do you want to risk it and go all in and try to get 5 of a kind?
Yes, I do, because I don't know when to stop.
Wow, I feel like I'm being very called out in this moment where you're like, I just don't know where to stop. I just don't know when to stop.
You did this to yourself, buddy.
Doug, Michelle's not playing you. Michelle's playing some weird mirror universe alternate variant of you.
Don't forget.
All right.
I don't think Ghost knows what he's.
I'm pretty sure that 4 out of the 5 of us know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, come on. I really don't know when to stop, though. So it's literally on my character sheet, Doug.
Okay. Yeah. No, I know it does.
I don't know what to tell you. You could talk to some Italians about getting called out. I didn't get anything good. It's actually worse because now I don't have the 2 of a kind now. I just have the 3
now you don't have it. Now you don't have anything. So now this is when you hit the water with the full force, protecting the man in black from most of the impact. He then pushes off of you and starts swimming away from you. You actually become slightly unconscious at the moment for a brief second. You also take 5 points of grit damage.
Ooh.
Does that? How many have you got to a special box yet, or what?
No, one more and I
You
hit
haven't got to-
bad.
Okay,
One more.
one more, and you hit the bad box.
Yeah.
Let's just say you hit the bad box for fun, shall we? let's just do that. Let's just say that you hit. Let's just say that you get one more damage because I feel like that impact was not ideal. Let's
I feel like the game is rigged.
let's say that now you are hurt. So now on all of your brawn rolls, you are going to get a -1 die roll.
All right.
All right. And as you are kind of laying there, trying to trying to regain like any kind of mobility, any kind of like consciousness, the man in black swims towards the shore
You come
super
back.
fast, and yeah, and in the distance you can see the
Get him! Get him!
all right. In the distance, you can also see some of the guys that had the flight suits, also had parachutes that are like kind of taking off their parachutes and standing there towards the beach. They're watching the man in black kind of swim closer to them. Frank and Andy, what are you guys doing in the meantime? You guys are definitely outnumbered quite a bit by.
I'm
say that
I'm just trying to unburrito myself. I don't quite know what's
Sure.
happening outside of my burrito right now.
Okay, perfect.
To be fair.
We'll say that you take a round to kind of untangle yourself. Frank, you landed no problem. What do you want to do? There's like 4 of these henchmen and the man in black swimming towards the shore that are kind of just there on the beach. What does Frank want to do?
What does Frank want to do?
They still don't know Frank isn't one of them, though, right?
I think
That's
at
right.
this
Frank
point,
is in his.
No, that's true.
I mean-
He was just standing there with a plane blew in half. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just looks
fair.
like one of them.
He does kind of look like one of them, yes, but he does not have. He did not come down in one of the flight suits, so.
He was caught off guard.
yeah, to be fair, he
Yeah.
was one of the 4 guys that wasn't wearing parachutes when he blew the plane in half.
That's true.
That's
Okay.
true.
Okay. Yeah. We'll say that. We'll say that. Yeah. So Frank, you do kind of blend in. Let's say that.
I want to make my way over to them and
Sure.
How do I want to? There's too many options. Would I still have their rifle that I took off the guy on me?
Sure.
Okay.
You want to mow those 3 down or those 4 down?
I'd make an attempt to.
Okay.
Catch them off guard. Them thinking
You're catching them off guard, and yeah, let's go for it. Let's take your rifle and just mow them down so that they're totally caught off guard.
Okay.
You get a bonus dice for that.
We'll say that the standard success is 3. I mean anything above a 3 of a kind, you'll take 1 more out. So if you get 4 of a kind, you'll take 2 of them out. If you take 5 of a kind, you'll take 3 of them out. We'll go that way.
Okay.
Since
you
just
got
kind of
this.
like shooting them.
Come on.
Frank is a killing machine.
He's just a kill machine.
Of course, I get 2 pair.
Okay.
He's not a
Okay.
kill machine.
And I get a free reroll because I'm a marksman.
Sure.
So I'll do my first reroll. And I get another 2 pair.
Okay.
And I guess
You've got 3 pairs. Okay.
That's 4 of a kind and 2 and a pair.
Okay. So you've got 4 of a kind and a 2. Okay. So yeah. So there's four of the guys that are the henchmen that made it off the plane. You take out 2 of them. You take out your rifle and take out 2 of them, and then you kind of wing, or you kind of hit one of them in the leg, and they fall down onto the ground. They're still alive though. The other 2 are dead, and then one of them's like caught off guard and turns around and draws his weapon on you. Give me some sort of evade to avoid his gun, his firing.
Okay. Let's see. That's a pair.
Okay.
Oh, that's 3 of a kind.
Okay. Yeah. You see this guy pull out his pistol from his holster and he's about to shoot you, and you run and kind of hide behind and like dive behind a dune in the sand before he can hurt you and hit you with the bullet. Let's see here. Ghost, what are you doing?
Doug's soul die.
What's that?
We really have watched your soul die, just like you said.
I know, right? It's crazy. Ghost, what are you doing in the water? You're swimming towards the shore?
I'm swimming. I don't know how far right I am. Like, I'm just swimming.
We'll say that it, in the meantime, you've gotten to the shore, and you're basically walking up onto the coast at this point. But in the distance, you can see Frank take out 2 of the bad guys and wound one of them, and they're off to a little bit of a distance away from you. But what would you like to do since they haven't noticed you just yet?
I will start. I'll like how like whereabouts in the world are we? Like, I'm assuming this is not a tropical island.
No, we'll say it's probably a.
Are we on the East Coast or the West Coast or?
We'll say that you are on the West Coast.
Okay. It's nighttime, right?
Yes.
It's now kind of morning.
Okay, so it's like
you start to
like
see you're starting to see the sun start to come up.
So I don't really care if they see me. There's no way for me to like be stealthy on like an open beach. So I'm just going to I'll draw my pistols and I'm going to run at them. And while I'm running, I'm going to like lay down cover fire and just try to keep their heads down so that hopefully it buys like Frank and Doug some time to deal with it. And when I get closer, I'll shoot. But for now, I'm just trying to keep their heads down.
Okay, perfect. Doug, what are you doing? You've kind of come to in the ocean. Are you going to swim to shore, or are you just going to like lay there and doggy paddle, or just kind of float in the water because you like to feel weightless and like you're floating?
This is autobiographical, isn't
Slowly sink to the bottom.
Slowly sink.
Oh man, that really hurt. I'm just gonna lay here for
Right.
a little bit.
I'm gonna sadly reach in my pocket for my last uncrustable.
No.
Oh no! Those things are gone and soggy at this point.
Sorry, Cookie Monster.
No more.
So gross. And when I realize that it has deteriorated to the point past my eating it, I will decide to swim. I am following the guy with the briefcase, of course, because even though I'm down, I'm not out, and I need that briefcase. So
Sure.
that is my mission. I'm also kind of yelling at everybody else, like, over here, get the guy with the briefcase. He's coming. I would just like to alert everyone of what's going on because
Sure.
I'm probably not going to.
They wouldn't know that, right? They wouldn't know that he's the bad guy at all, or the Man in Black, because they haven't been following him for a few hours. So the man in Black with the briefcase takes out his pistol and motions to the guys that are alive. The one guy that's standing up, and the other guy, he motions to the guy that's standing. He's like, "Come with me," and he starts marching towards away from the beach. And as he walks by the guy that's injured, what's that?
The guy with the briefcase is on the beach already?
Yeah, he's already on the beach. And he's got that one guy with him. As he's walking by the guy that Frank hit in the leg, he looks over and shoots the guy like a point blank range and keeps walking. Like, we don't have time to deal with you, and just plinks him off. And then him and the other guy keep walking. He's a bad dude. Bad dude. All right. What's Andy doing at this point? You've unrolled yourself out of this parachute mess.
Miraculously, I never dropped the shotgun. So I'm going to cock it and shoot at the guy that is not on the ground. The man. Okay. Go for it. What do I roll for that? Because I don't have that written down because I didn't start the shotgun.
We'll say that you get. How far away are you? You're quite a bit of ways. So give yourself a +1 die. Do shoot and one of your attributes.
Okay, focus then. And +1.
Okay, sure.
All right, that's 2 pair. That is 2 3 of a kinds.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. You hit you shoot the shotgun, and it's of course the Man in Black and the other guy that's with him. You take out the guy that's with him, just totally blow him away, and it kind of like startles the Man in Black, and he stops.
And you kneecap him with the other second shot.
And he looks over your way, and he pulls out his pistol, or he has his pistol, of course, and he's going to fire at you. So give me some sort of roll to
evade. Okay.
To evade
Dexterity and nerve seems good. Let's see.
That sounds about right.
That's a pair. That's 3 of a kind and a pair. Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's say you duck and you duck behind a rock, so you're not quite out in the open anymore.
Yeah.
And now Frank, what are you doing? It's just the Man in Black is left.
I'm gonna shoot at the Man in Black. Pop out from behind the dune and just try and take a pop shot on him.
Smoke that fool.
Sure.
So focus. That'd be a nice run. I got a pair.
Okay.
And nothing again, but I do have marksman still, so I get one more reroll.
Okay.
I've got 2 pair.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot at him, and doesn't quite. You shoot, and it just kind of whizzes past him. And instead of looking at Andy now, he has your attention. he locks eyes with you, and you'll have his attention until the next round. Ghost, what are you doing?
I mean, so the only guy left is the man in black.
Mm-hmm.
And
On the beach.
Am I close enough that I'm like that I can actually shoot and not just try to keep his head down?
Sure.
I will attempt to do we want this guy alive or do we just need the briefcase?
We just need the briefcase.
Okay, I will attempt to just take this guy out.
Okay.
All right. So shoot 2 + 3. All right.
get him, Ghost.
1, 2. I get sweet 2 pair again, and then I get. Should I reroll that?
Is the question.
I'm gonna keep one of the pair. I'll try to reroll.
You coming back?
I ended up with 2 more pair, which I guess I'll roll 1 more. Yes, like so I got 3 of a kind and a pair.
Yay!
Okay. Yeah, you shoot him. You shoot at him. You shoot him right in the leg again, and he kind of stumbles down.
Same leg or the
and,
other?
No, that was the other guy.
No, that was the other guy.
Leg.
You just seem to hit the legs. He stumbles down, and you do 3 points of damage to him. And now he's going to have a hard time running away if
Good.
he wants to run away.
So
Doug, what are you doing?
I think I made it to shore. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you made it to shore. Yep. Took you a little while because you're kind of injured.
Crawling.
Did you doggy paddle? Doug is really good at doggy paddling. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
I absolutely doggy paddled.
You didn't do that overhead thing, like because that would be super cool. You did the
Little puppy.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Patty approves.
what?
Dougie paddled.
He Dougie paddled.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Wow. Well, that was nice of you to join us, Mish. Thanks so much. We've all got to go now. Thanks.
Since I made it to shore, how far am I from the guy with the briefcase? How many
You're
yards?
quite a ways away. Probably. You're probably 150 feet away.
So, can I make an attempt to like run? But probably I won't run because it's sand and I'm injured. Just like look like I'm running and get like a little bit closer and then like try to shoot him with my pistol.
I will let you. Sure, if you want to. I will say that you run. Really not cool at all. Like if you envision Baywatch and how cool they run on Baywatch,
I don't.
whatever the opposite
like
of that is.
It sounded like you said. It sounded like you said gay watch, and that makes this more glorious to picture. No, it makes it more glorious to picture because you can just imagine how a gay watch run would be, and just
Sure.
the complete opposite of that. Oh my god.
I'm just saying, like, whatever Baywatch, whatever they do, the slow mo, like, awesome, like, run down the coast.
I'm doing it.
So instead of being slow mo, she's just running in slow mo.
It's just like.
You think you look?
Cool. Nobody else is in slow mo. Just Michelle is in slow mo.
Yeah, just exactly.
It's the kind of image that your mom would still think you're cool.
I just
well, even then she'd be like, honey, do you really think you need to be doing that right now? But yes, you can run, and then that'll give you a -1 die to your shoot skill because you've exerted yourself quite a ways.
My shoot is 3, and then I would also like to do smooth.
Okay.
Because I definitely look smooth doing this like I don't know. I imagine
yeah,
like
that's.
Sandler run.
I'm gonna say if you're using smooth, it's probably a -2 die to this roll.
Oh, come on. Okay, then I'll use focus because I'm using focus and shoot because I'm like trying to stay upright
Okay,
and
so
shoot.
it's only a -1 die then.
Okay, so shoot is a 3 and so I get a +1 because I'm hard to kill. So when I fill in my bad box, I gain adrenaline and add 1 to my next roll. So I do get +1 for that.
Sure.
Do I make it into close range before I shoot? No. Okay.
Absolutely,
All right.
absolutely not.
Pistols out. Let's paint the
Love how I'm
town
making
red.
this just hard on myself.
Let's paint the town red, everybody. 2 2s. Three 2s, 2 6s.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot him. You shoot him right into the right in the chest. He goes down with a thud, face first, and he's laying there. They're just totally lifeless.
Yes. All right.
A
What do
kill
y'all
for
want to do
Doug.
now?
There we go.
What do y'all want to do now?
Everyone needs to look at the comment Janet just left because I'm done. I'm done.
Pew, pew. Pew, pew.
All right. So now he's down on the ground. What would you like to do?
Does
I'd like
anybody
to
know how to
pray
pick
that we didn't eat him alive. We were just told to look for the guy in black with the black suitcase. We weren't told whether he needed to be alive or not.
What was the question?
I'm just gonna pray that we didn't need him alive.
What are you guys doing now?
I'm wondering if anybody on the team knows how to pick a lock because we need to.
I picked the lock on the handcuff.
Well, are you going up to the man in black?
I mean, I'm assuming we have to, right?
MacGyver.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have to get the brief.
As you approach the man in black, as he's laying down on the ground,
We hear the plane go click, and then we hear bleep, 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 and then the plane blows him up.
you hear him laughing.
You hear him laughing?
You hear him laughing, and he's just, you idiots.
Coming up to Big Ben?
Wait a minute. Dave said Doug said he hit the beach. His lifeless body hit the beach, and now he's laughing. I didn't realize there were zombies here. Like I'm not.
Coming up to Big Fetch?
He's still slightly alive, but he's still conscious, and he's just laughing at you at this point.
I take on numerical maxes.
He's laughing himself to death. Is that?
Yeah, he's laughing at you guys.
Nice.
And you guys just wasted a whole day. You're such stupid idiots.
We just had breakfast, man. It's been like 4 hours. We have plenty of time.
I need another pot of coffee.
Oh, you guys are so dumb.
So I picked the lock on his wrist.
Do you have do you have lock picking skills?
I MacGyver that shit, man.
All right. Yeah, you MacGyver it. You take the handcuff off of his wrist, and the briefcase is also locked.
I'm assuming the briefcase is empty, but I will go ahead and pick the briefcase as well.
You open the briefcase, and all that is in there are just blank pieces of paper.
Does the man in black have a phone on him?
He does not.
If he
Does he have
did,
anything on it?
He is about to die though. He's about to bleed out.
Get information.
So I will put pressure on his carotid artery, and then I'm
Yep.
also going to put my thumb onto his gunshot wound in his leg, or I'm just going to step on his leg where the gunshot wound is. And
Mhm.
without getting too graphic, I'm going to make things extremely painful and discomforting for this guy until he tells me where the briefcase is.
Give me a roll for that.
Like, I don't know what
need
this
some
movie is
sort of,
rated, so I'll drag him off scene.
Screen.
That help?
Yeah. Give me.
and I'll
give
be
me a
right
roll
behind him
and
with
at
the
least-
butt of my gun.
Yeah, I give him
There
the
you go.
Deadpool. I give him the Deadpool. You might want to look away for this. All right. So
as long as you roll a pair, I will give you he will give you the information.
All right. So what do you want me to roll? Just
Whatever you want to do, you tell me.
I'm gonna do nerves and I'm gonna do nerves and I was gonna say nerves and style because I'm trying to intimidate him. So
Okay.
all right, so that's a pair, and then that's 3. So 3 of a kind.
Okay. Yeah. So he basically says, "Okay, not gonna be long much anyway. The real briefcase is headed to Greece. You should be able to intercept it if you hurry." And he just dies.
All right.
And with that ends our adventure. And you know that next episode you have to head to Greece to find the real briefcase. And that this was all just
Dun dun dun.
a ploy to delay you even further. They knew you were on their tails, and they needed to distract you so that they could get to Greece before
And it
you
worked.
found out that they were on their way.
Yay.
And now
Yeah,
we're
so
we're
that's-
stuck on an island on the West Coast.
That's right.
I know a
And
guy.
this is how Lost started. And then the smoke monster comes out, and
it was all a
you
dream.
find a
But it was all a dream.
exactly.
It was all a dream.
We're pretty close to Portland. That's a pretty good airport. We can get out of here.
So that is the Medusa Project Medusa Act 1, Race Against Time.
Woo.
You took out the man in black. You took out most of his henchmen. Blew some up in the plane.
I
in
mean,
the
he blew up his
process.
own henchmen, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, he did.
I mean, credit
He
where
doesn't
credit
really
is
care.
due.
Yeah.
He did a lot of the heavy lifting. It's
And
true.
yeah, you guys, most of you are a little battered and worn, but you survived. And that is Outgunned. And if you enjoy this, it is available at retail and in distribution. So ask your friendly local game store to stock it. Jay can probably say where it is in distribution that you can order it from stores.
I will tell you right now. I forget where I ordered it from, but I mean, any local shop who wants it, like they can get it through. I think like Alliance has it. I think Peach State has it. I know
Studio 2 carries it.
Studio 2 has it.
Yeah.
That's where I usually get a lot of books and stuff and media is from Studio 2. But again, tell your local game store they should be able to order it. If they can't, I'm sure that your friendly local store can go onto their website and contact them or message them on Facebook, and they can order it direct. But yeah, it's a great book. It is it's digest size. They're really cool. The art is really nice. If anybody ever has played D20 Modern or any kind of like modern setting RPG, it's awesome. It's a much friendlier version. If you've ever played anything like any of the mazes stuff or polymorph from 9th level, it has a very simple system like theirs does, but it allows for a lot of finesse. Like Doug was saying, the GM doesn't roll the storyteller doesn't roll any dice. It's the players always do. So, and you can make a character that is like good at the things you want to be good at, which I always enjoy in an RPG. There's nothing worse than being like, we got to fight our way to the castle, and like you know, Frank is the barbarian, and you know, Andy is our wizard, and Doug is our fighter, and I'm the thief, and I get there and I like botch the roll, and I don't pick the lock. It's like you had one job, like your job is to be the thief. So I always enjoy games that you can kind of cater to how you want your character to play. So
yeah, like I said,
so many options.
It has won 2 gold Emmys, or not 2 silver Emmys, one for game of the year and one for product of the year. So that's congratulations to Two Little Mice on winning those Emmys.
There's
really
3 books total.
There are three books and a GM screen, and then there are some dice that you can get as well.
And there's a supplemental too. I got the supplemental.
And you can get the Project Medusa booklet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the dice are really cool. But you can use any kind of standard D6s. It's fine. You're just pulling for pairs and whatnot. So you can get the Project Medusa booklet, Mission Dossier, which is it has the 3 acts, which the first act we just played out tonight. You can get the core book, Outgunned, and then you can also get World of Killers, which is the campaign book, which is very John Wick-ish. That's also where you can play as me, and has that piece of art in it, which is very super awesome kind.
Well, you can attempt to play as Doug. Nobody can really pull off Doug, but you can try to play.
You can try. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I mean, it's just like
God.
Again. How do you turn the awesomeness that is Doug into a 2-dimensional page? Like, you just can't do it. There's only so much you can pack in there.
It's fair.
I don't know about that, but
I do. That's what I'm telling you.
He is a pretty magnificent bastard.
I mean, that's the feedback I gave them on their Kickstarter was like, I'm backing this because of Doug. You're welcome.
And they also have an action flicks book, which it lets you play outgunned in different genres of movies.
Yeah, the adventures, right?
So
if
you want to play
adventures,
if you want to play it as like an alien type of game, like and have it sci-fi horror, they have rules and templates for that and archetypes for that. If you want to play space wizards in
Aliens,
space opera wizards, you can play as you can also play as like Stranger Things, all that kind of things.
This is his chair now. I think it's time for me.
Sure. So check that out, Action Flicks, and then they've got a GM screen as well, which is awesome. So
it's really pretty.
If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button down below. I think if we do Act 2, you guys actually might get some reinforcements. I think that's probably in the works. I think there's some chat in the so you might see
some extras on the way to Greece
happen.
Doug,
and
do I hear another Doug? I know. Douglas?
No. We have a strict one Doug limit.
We're just doing one Doug in this actual play. Originally, it was going to be all 4 Dougs. And after this session, I am very glad that we just went down to one Doug, because I can't imagine 4 Dougs in this session.
I'm telling you, it's the Highlander rules. There can only be one. There can only be one Doug.
There can only be one.
We'll see.
But yeah,
if there's more than one Doug, the Dougs have to fight at the beginning.
3 dogs, 2 Dougs, 1 Jake.
Stay tuned. Hey, wait. Remember, winning isn't the only victory condition when you get to the table.
There you go. Michelle said it right there. Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone for giving their time tonight that's on screen. Thank you to everyone that has joined us live. Again, if you've come all this way and you haven't already hit that like button, please hit that like button. And I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And check out everything that all these people do on the screen. And hopefully they'll come back for Act 2, because this was pure insanity. And why wouldn't they want to do that all over again? Because... it's just ridiculous.
Makes Doug lose more brain cells.
And make sure to go follow everybody on their social media, Gouda Gamer and Build Paint Play. All right. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you next time. Remember, winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. See you next time. Bye now.